Oh, yeah. How y'all doing? Look at that. Oh, it's your turn.
He's so clean, he dirty.
It's your turn this time.
What's up, baby?
It's your turn this time.
Man, what happened?
You know what happened.
What?
You know what happened.
Yeah.
Me?
You remember last time, September?
It was your turn.
Yeah, I was under the.
Oh. You remember that? It's his turn this time.
Oh,
What I did?
You showed your natural butt, man.
Huh?
You can't call me and tell me to call your lady
Right.
and to try to get you back in the game, and you ain't tell me what got you out the game.
Oh. My bad.
yeah.
My bad.
You can't put me in them compromising situations.
No, hold on.
I called to say, baby, let me just pray with you for a minute before we get started. By the time she got done, I was cussing. And you know I don't cuss. I say that. What? He do what? You gotta stop.
I ain't do nothing.
You gotta stop.
Hold on, listen to me. Like,
Stop.
she went through my phone.
No, dog.
No?
No, dog.
Oh, that wasn't it?
No, dog.
It was something else?
I ain't gonna tell them, but you know.
You know what?
You got to slow this Lamborghini down.
Hold on, it's a new year and I got baptized. I
know that
So-
water dirty. I know that water dirty. That
promise
water
you.
nasty.
No, I'm gonna tell
You
you.
got to stop, dog.
I ain't
You
do
too
it.
old for that. I already told him he too old for that junk he doing.
What, he was having sex on live, not me.
Yeah, but
How did I get in this?
you started all this.
I didn't say nothing.
I want to know what position you was in when you was making them sound. What position were you in when you were...
Man, get out the microphone.
Okay, my bad. It's your time.
Hey. Nah, but listen, let me tell you something. Let me
ask you this. Hold on. Let me ask. Okay. Call. Hey, time, bro. I need a favor. Man, what you need, Ocho? You know I got you, dog. Man, me and my lady beefing, man. You know, she went through my phone. She found something. I didn't
He
want
ain't
her to
tell
see.
me that part.
Huh?
I ain't getting none of that.
Oh, you ain't getting none of that?
I just got dog. I need you to call.
Okay.
But see, this ain't the first time.
Okay.
This, it's history. It's history here, so I know my role.
So okay. Hey, dog, I need you.
I know my role.
Hey.
Dog, I need you. See, when he calling me, he a really, because he know I'm coming in with Jesus.
You got the Bible?
And if anybody can pray him back in, I can get him back in there.
You got the Bible?
Bible just...
But you got to understand, listen, 2024 for me. I got baptized in 2023. So I found out throughout the year that was wearing off. It was wearing off. So what I did was, listen to me now, stay with me. I called you because it wasn't nothing I could say.
Yep. There's a scripture in the Bible says those things I wish not to do is those things I find myself doing.
Right.
That's you.
Right, that's Proverbs 4:12.
You got to stop now. You don't learn two scriptures. You're trying to use them like it's a stone. You're trying to use them like it's a slingshot. You can't do that.
This man here always talking about Proverbs. He don't know nothing about adverbs.
Two scriptures.
All he know is adverbs.
Let me tell you something. What make me mad about him is grandma taught him more than that.
Yeah.
You ain't no grandma.
Oh, yeah, you met grandma. You met grandma.
Grandma got me right there one day on the porch.
But you can't get baptized every year.
Huh?
Yes,
you can't get back.
Yes, he can.
You treat baptism like license renewal.
Don't do that though, because you know he got to be in church to baptize. I just want him to go.
I went to church. That's what they did today.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, they did my head. They did my head like that.
It's more than that, dog.
You can't treat baptism like you get your registration renewed.
I don't.
Every year it can't be that.
That's not what it said in the Bible.
Shannon.
Yeah.
It's too soon for you to be counseling right now. Too soon.
I'm on the couch. I'm on the big couch.
Too soon now. Because we ain't forgot. We ain't forgot, Howard.
Hold on, time.
Too soon, though.
I'm on the big couch.
Okay.
You know, I got the big couch. Hey.
I just, how he chastising me and he...
I ain't chastising you.
He ain't throwing a stone. He just trying to help.
Yeah.
But you can't put me in a situation.
He need help.
Right. You're right. You
Yeah. But I'm out the doghouse now, though.
Now you should be at the dog. But I'm saying, what did you learn? What did you learn?
Time. Who do the best hair? People that hair messed up.
What'd you say?
The ladies that do the best hair, their hair be messed up.
Yeah, all the time.
I give the best advice.
And the nail people too. And the
That's a
nail
good
people
one.
too. The nail people, like, they nails be tore up, but they can do some nails. So you're right.
Tell him, ask you this time. You was just at the ceremony.
I ain't done with him.
Huh?
I'm not done with him.
We got an hour and a half to do
all
it.
right.
Josh Allen wins the MVP.
Who?
Josh Allen. Josh Allen won the MVP. He did.
So they got Lamar out of both trophies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got him out of the offensive player of the year and the MVP?
Yep.
They got to stop this, man.
I say the same thing
No. There's nothing against Josh Allen because Josh Allen can play.
He balled.
Let's
he
just get
balled
this
out.
straight. And you leave him alone because he wear my shoes every game. So leave him alone. Every game, faithfully. You got to be kidding me, dog.
Yeah.
I just left. They must have did it when I walked out.
Hey, time. Somebody said that was a DEI. That was a DEI MVP. Because you and I had a conversation,
Right.
and I said, time. Lamar just won first team All-Pro quarterback. If he won first team All-Pro quarterback, that means 50 men and women thought he was the best player.
Mm-hmm.
How can you have a guy that's the first team All-Pro quarterback and he doesn't win MVP? The guy won MVP was second team All-Pro quarterback.
I know somebody that had better statistics than everybody but one person as a quarterback, and he won the Johnny Unitas Award, but he finished 8th in the Heisman. How does that happen? Oh, my bad, he's my son. That's how that happened.
But it's the games they play.
Excuse me?
It's the games they play. They make the rules.
Who is they? Don't be talking about
I don't need
say who they is. Don't be doing that.
They don't need
say
no more
it,
context. But I'm just saying, they make the rules, therefore they get to choose, regardless of what Lamar Jackson did today.
Josh Allen could play though.
I never said he couldn't play.
But at the time, if he was first team All-Pro quarterback, would you have had a problem with him winning the MVP?
No, but also the offensive MVP. He should have won offensive MVP.
Offensive player of the year.
Yeah, player of the year. I'm sorry.
Before being the MVP.
Yes, he should have swept both of them actually.
So what message is that telling you?
Keith Sweat. Something just ain't right.
Something.
Something just ain't right.
Hey, time.
Are you back in there? Huh? Are you back in there in the house?
I can't hear you.
You heard me.
Rail.
Where's she at?
She here.
Sherelle here?
Where's she at?
Where's she at?
In the back.
Rail, where you at? Come here.
Yeah, we had to come in for this job.
Rail.
You back though?
She here?
You back?
Come here, Rail.
Back where?
In that.
Nah,
She coming out.
We still in separate houses.
What?
We still in separate houses.
You still in separate house? But
I'm in therapy.
So what you doing at night?
Huh?
What you doing at night?
What am I doing tonight?
Yeah, you heard me.
Let's go to the strip club.
Anybody say, huh, nigga, him.
You wanna go to strip club?
Why you going to strip club?
I can go.
For wings?
Until
No.
thighs. But
Where's she at?
She gone.
You were there when the Hall of Fame award announced.
Yeah, I was there. I'm happy. Eric Allen. You know I'm a cornerback. I'm happy. I'm happy, Eric Allen. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Good Lord, girl. That nigga lost his mind. Do you remember our conversation?
I do remember the conversation.
And we're not gonna tell everything, but he showed his natural, didn't he?
He showed his bare ass.
Oh Lord. So is he back? He
Not
working?
yet. No, not yet.
So hold on. So we not together?
And don't be trying to check online either.
You see what he trying to do? He
Hold
trying to put on front.
Hold on. In front of my company?
This is my family.
I answer the question. Are we together or not? Hey.
How you gonna say let the dog back?
Hold on.
What's wrong with you?
Hold on.
What if that was your sister
Hey,
or
you
your
know what?
daughter?
You heard me? Remember that trip we talked about by going to the DR?
Excuse me?
The trip we talked about by going to the DR.
Yeah, we're going to the DR now. We're going to the DR. I'm
Who is,
sorry.
who is we?
You and me. We ain't
Hold on.
You just said all us going. We already planned this trip. Don't y'all want to see us go to the DR?
Hey,
No, it wasn't the DR. I don't want to go to the DR.
You just
It was
clowned me.
Columbia.
Hold on. You just clowned me.
We're going to Columbia. You ain't going to
Y'all
DR.
need to go to Bible class,
Where we need to go?
Bible study.
Bible study.
I mean, you know what? Single people? No, only married people go to Bible study, huh? Or people that's
No,
together?
don't do that.
No?
Don't do that. Don't you do that. Don't do that.
Oh.
Now y'all want me to go after you done came out here clowning me. You joined in.
Well, she say we ain't together, so I'm going to the DR.
I'm telling everybody what happened about him and you. I ain't not discriminating. You told us we going. All y'all said we going together.
I'm going. I don't know about y'all.
I gotta work.
Me too. And you know how many jobs he got.
Oh no.
Hold on, we can work from out there.
What you mean we can work from out there?
We got Wi-Fi in the DR.
Did he ask for forgiveness? He
No.
didn't? Chad, come on.
Hey, what you need to do is put.
You didn't ask for. Hold on. You didn't ask for forgiveness.
Hold on. Yeah.
Huh?
I ain't hear
Anybody say Unc in here?
what you said.
Did you ask for forgiveness?
Yeah, from the Lord.
That's a good one now. That's a good one.
What instead of Wi-Fi, you need to. Hey, what you need to do instead of that I on the end, you need to put an E. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Say it again.
Instead of that I on the end of Wi-Fi, you need to drop that I and put an E.
Wifey.
Close enough.
She got to work for this.
You hear this mess?
Lord Jesus.
Huh?
You just getting deeper and deeper.
I'm about to exit the stage.
You know what?
Yeah. Rail will be coming back later.
Rail, when you
Oh,
walk
no.
out,
I'll be
when you
back.
walk out,
I'll
Rail,
get up.
walk in front of him.
Ocho, Deion, Ty say, walk in front of it.
See, he trying to trip me.
All right, baby.
He ain't crazy.
Look at it.
He ain't
Look
crazy.
at
He
you.
ain't crazy. Hey, you don't have to walk like that, Rail.
See,
You gotta stop, dog.
we had this conversation.
What I do wrong?
Everything.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You not good.
good.
Stop
I'm
saying that.
good.
You selfish.
We in front of company.
You
Y'all
selfish.
embarrassing.
They don't know what I'm talking about, but you selfish.
That's why I stopped calling you.
You selfish.
That's why I stopped calling you.
Y'all understand we're like brothers. He's the little brother that stays in trouble. He's the big brother. No, he's the middle brother that I'm trying to.
Stephen A. Smith.
I'm swinging on him.
Where's Stephen A? I need a job.
I'm swinging on him. You can work with me.
Huh?
I got a job for you.
What you want me to do?
Receiver, you want to be the receiver coach? Assistant?
Wait, I can come coach in Colorado?
Yeah.
What's the pay?
What's the job?
What you need me to do?
A lot.
If the money right, I'll be there.
Can you teach what you did?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good. I don't know if they got feet like this, but I can teach. What's Stephen A?
You answered the question. You talking about you want a job. He asked you a question. Can
know,
you
but
teach what you did?
He asked me, can I teach what I did? Have you seen somebody be able to do what I did back then yet?
I see some people with good feet, not quite like yours.
Well, what
You were special. I'm gonna give it to you. You were special.
There go your answer.
Well, maybe the people that had feet like yours weren't trying to teach it. Now, the question is, can you teach?
I can teach. I can teach. I just want to know the pay. I could be in Colorado tomorrow. I can do Nightcap from Boulder.
You know
Next
what? We both could do Nightcap from Boulder.
Let's go. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like. How y'all? I like
thought
that.
Stephen A.
We good?
Huh?
Oh, we good.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Y'all good? Y'all good?
And now,
Hold on.
coming to the stage, Stephen A. Smith.
I like he a stripper or something, the way y'all call him.
Hey. You see the walk? That's that money walk. What they do, baby?
That's
Y'all
it.
hiring?
Good to see you.
Y'all hiring?
Say what?
I want to be on first take. We got the people here in front of you, so I want to get this out.
Oh, he been working out too. My dog been working.
What day? I want to make sure y'all hit us. What day can I join first take?
What day you join First Take?
What day?
The day I tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. We getting somewhere. That's enough.
Any news you want? Anything you want to share?
No, not yet.
You sure?
I'm good. Life is good. Life is good. I can't complain. It's good to see y'all. Thank y'all for coming out with my boys. It don't get no better than what they doing, and we know what the hell he been doing. So it's all good. I'm in good company tonight.
We've been talking about this, and we've been going back and forth.
Right.
Josh Allen won the MVP.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson was first team All-Pro quarterback.
Yep.
Which is, I'm surprised. I'm shocked that it happened. What are your thoughts?
I'm kind of glad Lamar didn't win it.
For real?
Well, you gotta.
Let me explain.
It's the setup. That's the setup.
You got 2 league MVPs. Every other individual in NFL history who's had 2 league MVPs have won a Super Bowl championship. Lamar, if you will be quiet and let me explain, I will make sure you understand my explanation. What I'm saying is, if he had won 3, then the heat on him next year would have intensified even more. And we'd highlight his failures more instead of appreciating his greatness more. Josh Allen winning the MVP, well, congratulations. Now what you gonna do? Because we gonna talk about you the same way we talked about Lamar Jackson now. Because now you are MVP. Where's your chip? And if we're not gonna talk about him not having a chip, we can't do that to Lamar Jackson either. That's why.
I like it, but I don't love it.
I understand it.
I like it, but I don't love it. I understand your philosophy. I understand how you flip that. Brilliant. That's what I expect from you. But nevertheless, we can't look down the street and condemn a man about what may happen tomorrow and not applaud what he's done today. Because that man deserves his flowers right now, regardless of what may happen tomorrow and how we think about him. He was the most valuable quarterback in the NFL to his team, to our league, to his offense. Am I right or wrong, Mr. Stephen A. Smith?
I'll give that to you, but allow me to retort. We walked into this season and we looked at Baltimore and the acquisition of Derrick Henry, and we said they're monsters. They gonna win the AFC. We saw Josh Allen. He lost Stephon Diggs. He lost Gabe Davis. He had a rookie wide out in Keon Coleman. He didn't get Amari Cooper until the middle of the season, and he was balling out. Up until the last week of the season or so, Shannon and I, along with everybody else, was debating who was the MVP. We were leaning towards Lamar Jackson, but it wasn't like we had summarily dismissed Josh Allen because he had played on an elite level and he didn't have as much to work with. So you're absolutely right with what you're saying. If we're able to look at Lamar Jackson and say, there ain't no need to discuss nobody else because nobody else was even close. But we know that wasn't the case with Josh Allen because of the personnel that he was working with, the absence of expectations, how he had exceeded expectations. And because of that is why I feel the way that I feel.
Looking at this game, Kansas City going for an unprecedented three-peat. You got the Philadelphia Eagles that were here just 3 years ago. This is the second time they're here in 3 years. We know what's at stake. We got Saquon, who had an unbelievable season, offensive player of the year. You got Jalen Hurts, who played unbelievable, had to run turnover, and they ended up losing that ball game. If you had to bet your money, who do you like in this game on Sunday?
Well, you don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. You don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. However, if you want to roll the dice and take chances, because there's more money out there to get, if you take a risk, you look at Philly. Philly collectively is the better team.
They are.
You look at, and then we talk about Saquon Barkley, 2,005 yards rushing. He's been electrifying. But we didn't mention this enough. Do y'all know their offensive line averages 6'6", 328 pounds?
Some big boys up there.
I mean, these brothers plug holes as wide as Broadway on a Sunday morning. If you can do that against Kansas City's defense, Philadelphia Eagles will win the championship. But I think you got to do that because Patrick Mahomes on the other side. You're going to have to do that in order to win this game.
Hold on, he ain't really answered the question, man. If you were a bed man, who you putting your money on?
I would bet on Philly. I would take a chance to bet on Philly.
Okay.
But I recognize that I'm taking a chance. But I would still bet on Philly.
Right.
You said Patrick Mahomes several times. I like that. Since I got into this coaching realm, I look at coaches a lot differently. I have a lot more respect for the coaches than what they're doing. Andy Reid is unflappable. Andy Reid has never been just flat out coached in a one-on-one battle for it all. Andy Reid will have his team ready and prepared, and he will have a few wrinkles up in sleeves for situational football like we hadn't seen before. So I know we're talking about Patrick Mahomes, but Andy Reid plays a major role in this whole situation. And if it was coaches going toe-to-toe?
Ain't no contest.
There you go.
Ain't no contest
There
between
you go.
that. I mean, I respect Sirianni, but he ain't no Andy Reid.
There you go.
Over the last year, we've seen you kind of get into politics. Yeah. We see you at 2%, 2.5%, 3%. People are talking about Stephen A. Smith. He's resonating. What made you decide to say, you know what? I want to branch out into politics. I want to talk politics.
I've been this way all my life. I was neutralized to some degree by my employers. First the Philadelphia Inquirer, then CNN, then Fox Sports, then ESPN. They wanted us, the industry itself, and I've talked to you about this personally, Shannon. I told you the beauty of athletes, the greatness of this brother, the greatness of all three of y'all. The thing that but you can't fully appreciate because you've never been constricted to that level is that y'all have a level of freedom and independence that less talented individuals like myself that had to go through the maze of corporate America has to experience. And so it comes with restrictions. You're an employee, not an independent contractor. There's a health care plan that comes with it. That's the benefit. The hazard is that it has restrictions everywhere. You can't do this, you can't do that. You represent the brand, not just yourself. We want you pigeonholed here, we want you marginalized here, et cetera, et cetera. But what they didn't know about me is that all my life, as much as I love sports, watching presidential debates was like a Super Bowl to me. Watching a gubernatorial debate was like a Super Bowl to me. I love the volleying back and forth. I love having at least a speck of knowledge about the issues that affect us. To me, I don't even consider it politics. I consider it social commentary. It ain't politics when I'm talking about the economy, healthcare, immigration, education, crime in the streets, etc. That's real life issues that I deal with. I'm from Hollis, Queens, New York City. I'm from the streets of New York. That's real life issues to me. And so when I see a bunch of people who don't look like me, who don't share my cultural identity, who don't have my experience, who don't walk the streets and haven't walked the streets the way that I have, my attitude is you might know the issues, but you don't know the true impact that it has on everyday people. And I'm one of those people. I don't give a damn what kind of success I have. I still roll back to Hollis. Right. I still pull up at a White Castles. I still go in the park in New York City. I am who I am. And so when the opportunity finally presented itself and I was able to branch out, it was courtesy, and this is where all of y'all play a role. Prime was an independent dude, always preached about independence. You came with Club Shay Shay, and then after that, Nightcap. And when y'all came about and y'all were doing your thing along with others like the Pivot and others, I said, hold on. You've been holding me back. But these other fellas got their own platform. Well, I got my own now. I own and operate it 100%. What's the problem? And they were like, we can't say anything. And so when I went there and did it, they were like, wait a minute, now you're doing sports. That's us. So we can't stop you from doing it, but we'll be damned if you're going to just have a sports show.
Right.
Then this should be for us. I said, I don't want a sports show. And when I told them pop culture and entertainment and politics, they're like, go ahead. Because nobody thought that I would resonate because they didn't know. And so finally they said, oh, damn, he at the Situation Room. He on Hannity. He on MSNBC with Rachel Maddow or somebody else. He's on Politico. He's on News Nation. What the hell is going on? And all I said in response was, here I come.
Right.
I told you I was coming, and the goal is to resonate and to make a difference and affect our community and all communities in as much of a positive way as possible. And that's what I'm doing right now. So they saw it. They put me on Bill Maher on HBO, Real Time with Bill Maher. They put me on The View, and they said, oh shit, this brother is real. It's something special going on here. And then everybody started calling, and I'm like, this ain't new. This has always been me. If you think about the conversations we've had off the air, think about the things we talk about, think about the things I've shared with all three of y'all at one point in time or another. And all of y'all have espoused words of wisdom on me, and I'm always appreciative of that. But I'm an independent thinker, and I got my own mind, and I use other people to edify me, to educate me. But when I know the issues, I ain't scared of a damn thing. If I know my facts, I'm gonna roar, and that's what I'm doing.
Amen. Proud of you, boss.
Shannon, look at your brother.
Where?
Right there.
Hey! What they do, Hall of Famer? Boss man, what they do, baby? Good. Good to see you. How's it going? Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
No. Get back like you were. Yeah, my knee's bad. No, my knee's bad. Thank you very much. It's been a long day and even longer trying to get here from over there, but thank you for staying. Hopefully we can get you out of here shortly because I got to get up early in the morning again. But a tremendous day. It's an honor and a pleasure to follow that guy for a change. And being the first brothers inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
That's right. Don't you cry up here. Don't do that. I want to know, you have to tell the people out here, understanding and knowing all you've been through, where y'all come from, what it took to make it to the NFL, the struggles having to lead a game early, what this night means to you.
It's kind of interesting, Och, because I never wanted to be in the Hall of Fame. I never expected to be in the Hall of Fame. This is not something I asked for. This is not something I wished for. This is not something I prayed for. Because when I left the game, the only thing anybody ever talked about is what I didn't do. Now, I'm okay with that. I am. I'm okay with what I put on film. I'm okay with that. But so I never had any expectations. This is not like Christmas to where you want a skateboard or you want a bike or you want them pair of Jordans. This isn't like that. So for me, today is kind of interestingly surreal because I didn't want this. This is not something I wished on myself. But, being there and seeing my friends that are in the Hall of Fame that were more excited than seem like I am right now, but they were genuinely happy. My good friend Terrell Owens, I hope I'm not doing anything wrong by putting Terrell's business in the street, but T.O. cried. T.O. and I go way, way, way back to before he even got in the league. And he was so happy for me that he and I had about a good 45-second moment to where we kind of got wrapped up in each other and the history and the time and all that. So it's been a really good day, Oach. But let me tell you, I haven't gotten there yet. It's gonna take a little more time to get there.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And I know, hey, it's been a long time since you've seen that guy speechless over there.
Yeah, you know, your little brother loves you, man.
Yes, he does.
When he talks about you, he talks about the only man that he's ever hoped to be, to measure up to, because he knows he couldn't do it. And anybody that knows you and anybody that knows him knows how he feels about you. Me personally, you know how much love I've always had for you.
No doubt. Ash, let's get some tissue now. We need some tissue up here.
For those of you who might be too young to remember, we religiously talk about Jerry Rice being the greatest receiver in NFL history. Those who know football, before T.O., before Randy Moss, we would all mention him because he was that sensational of a wide receiver. He was big time. And so to then watch you transition into the business before your brother did, you did a hell of a job talking the game of football, teaching the game of football, working with cats in the industry and showing us the way as well, and had that pedigree. There's so many people that followed, that played in the NFL and now doing television. You were doing it before most, and you were doing exceptionally well. And so for me to see you have this day,
thank you. Is
well deserved, and I'm just happy for you. It's long overdue.
Thank you.
But it's here. Congratulations. Congratulations.
I think the thing is why I get so emotional and people ask why. I say because I had GPS to get to where I'm going, because I had to follow him. You see, he did what he did with no navigational system. He had no MapQuest. He had no Google. He had no instructional manual. I had all of that because I got to walk in his footsteps. A lot of what I learned, almost everything that I learned from him. My grandfather was very, very hard on my brother. And I didn't understand why until my grandmother said, Barney, why are you so hard on Spanky? That's what we call him. He said, Mary, everything that little one is going to learn, he's going to learn it from him. It's his job, because we're not going to be around Mary long. It's his job to teach him how to be a man. It's his job to teach him right from wrong. He's going to follow everything that he does because that's what he sees all the time. For my brother to do what he's done with no guidance, with no instruction manual, to get to where he got, to get me to where I got. You guys have heard me say, the only man I've ever wanted to be was him. He was my hero. He was my role model. He taught me to shoot a basketball. He taught me to throw a football. He taught me how to catch. He taught me how to tie my shoes. I'm not the man that's sitting before you today. I watched everything that he did. I hung on everything that he said. And then you heard me tell this story that he's only 3 years older than I, but he's more like my father. My sister's 8 years old, and she's more like my mother because everything that they did was what a mother and a father would do for a child. I'm not here. I'm not the man that I am. I'm not the person that I am. I'm not the friend that I am. I'm not the father that I am. Without seeing how he did things. We're brothers, we're a lot alike, but we're very different because I've always had to fight. Everything came so easy to him. I was so small, they called me Pee Wee, and I could never understood. I never understood why I couldn't beat him in certain things. He was always prouder of things that I did as opposed to what he accomplished. He was much more happy when I got drafted than he did. He went first pick in the seventh round. The seventh pick in the first round. I went seventh round, 192. He was so excited. He would just call and say, man, y'all don't know what this moment means. Not just to our family. My mom is going to be extremely excited. I'm extremely excited. Our high school coach who coached my mom, who also coached he and I. Bro, man, God heard prayers I didn't even know he was listening to. There'll be a time that you and I'll have a conversation. We'll talk, mapping everything out, guests that you want to bring, and the party and the entertainment that you want. Bro, I've said it before. Would give every dime, take myself out of the hall just for you to be in. I measure my life in summers. I don't say years, say how big I pretty got. Hopefully, pretty healthy. I got 20 summers left. I'm good now. I'm good. Love you. There's only two men, guys, I've ever told that I love. My son, my brother. Lord have mercy. It was so hard to keep this a secret, Stephen A. When I got the call, and I had to get him to come to my home, and they wanted to go do it in Glenville. I said, bro, I hadn't been to Glenville in 13 years. He gonna know something up if I tell him to come down there. So I lured him to the house. Still, he hadn't seen me in my home in 6 years. So if I call and I tell him to meet me somewhere, he's gonna think something's wrong. Like, what's up, bro? He's like, what's up? I said, man, just come to the house. He's like, I'm in town. He's like, you all right? I said, yeah, bro, I'm good. I just, I'm in town and you close by. And he had surgery on his eye. He had a detached retina. He had a bubble placed in his eye. He almost lost the vision in his eye about 3 months ago. And said he had some blurred vision in his eye. And he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, we got to perform surgery. They couldn't perform surgery that afternoon because he had already eaten, so they got him in the next morning. So that's what we've been dealing with. Had a lot on my plate dealing with that because I worry. I'm the worrier of the family. I think that's my responsibility now. But bro, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you.
I'm getting there. It's hard to explain because you don't want to put your emotions on someone else. But and I think that the easiest way to explain it is we've all experienced, I think, Christmas. You have a list and you're hoping that you could get 2, 3, or 4 of those things. I never wished for this. I never wanted this. And I said it tonight out loud for the first time, and the reporter was like, "What do you mean you never?" I'm like, "Man, you don't understand. I only wanted to do one thing, and that was play. I didn't want to be an all-pro or a pro bowler or all that up. I just wanted to play. And I got to do that for 7 years. And I'm good. And then the Hall of Fame comes around and they're like, okay, you've been out 5 years. You know, Sterling Sharpe is on the list of 25. You know, he would be a shoo-in if he played longer. But they never talked about what I did. And I was like, if it wasn't enough, wasn't enough. I'm okay with that. I slept real good before I found out I was going to the Hall of Fame. And I slept good after finding out. But I really didn't have any aspirations on wanting this. It is a tremendous honor. I know exactly what that means. I went through it with him, and that was the greatest athletic achievement of my entire life, was going on that journey with him through the Hall of Fame. Me going in will not exceed when he went in. It won't do it. It's not going to come close. That was probably the happiest I'd ever been, because I knew where he came from going to Savannah State, a college he said he wasn't going to go. That's one of the times that I told him what he was going to do. So I knew how hard he fought. And I mean, there's not a lot of opportunities for us in sports to where I know what Stephen A's journey was like to get here, or I know what Chad's journey was like to get here. I know what his journey was like. And all my prayers were for him. I'll embarrass him about one story. I paid all his bills. He was in the NFL. I paid all his bills until my daughter was born, because that was mine, because I wanted him to always have better than what I had. He had a Mercedes before I did. He couldn't afford one, but he was driving one. And then he wanted to go to a beach party, and he drove my new one and wrecked it.
I junkyarded.
Yeah, that's what he said. I junkyard your car, dog. Wait, what? So you have to understand that we're brothers, but we're one side of the same coin. We'll say different things differently, and we'll do different things differently, but we think alike. And God is truly, and I will tell you this story, and I'm gonna be quiet. A guy said to me, if you go in the Hall of Fame, are you gonna do like everybody else and thank God because you think God wanted you to be a Hall of Famer, if there is a God? And I said this. I said, my own brother stood up and said, if you would have played longer, there's no question in my mind that we would be the first brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That was in 2011. Since he said that, I have not had one catch, I have not gained 1 yard, and I have not scored 1 touchdown. And we are the first brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So you tell me if there's a God and that I should give him some glory. And so, for me, that is what I'm probably most proud of. Is everybody used to say, Shannon, stop trying to be like him. You can't be like him, Shannon. Stop trying to do what he does, Shannon. You can't do what he does, Shannon. Stop trying to imitate him, Shannon. Be your own man, Shannon. I am so happy to say he didn't follow me around. I followed him.
class of 2025 Pro Football Hall of Famer, Sterling Sharpe. He challenged James Harrison.
No, you lost your mind.
Huh?
You lost your mind.
Debo!
Debo's a killer, dog. Debo nasty too.
He who?
Debo!
Debo strong. He physical. He violent.
That ain't got nothing to do with fighting. What are you talking
Yes,
about?
it does. Why are you scared?
Man, that shit don't mean nothing, nigga.
It means that Debo walked out like Debo. Debo, don't look at him like that. He gonna run.
That
Debo
shit
got some
don't mean
Frazier.
Hey, I mean, like, that shit work on, like, regular people, man. That shit don't scare nobody, nigga. What are you talking about, boy? I'm on whatever you on, boy.
Hey, Shannon. I need to be a part of this. Because I want to buy the gates. It ain't going to be no regular ring. I'm putting gates up high. Because he going to try to get up out of there.
Me?
Yes. I want high gates.
I want high octagon. He's an octagon. He want MMA.
No.
Hold on.
I want high gates so he can't get out.
Hold on. So what you sitting here telling me is you know how I am, you know how I'm built, you know the cloth I'm cut from, and you don't believe in me? Because a nigga look like that?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
all I'm saying,
All right,
if we sit, let me paint the picture for you. All fours in prison.
Yeah.
It's getting ready to get dog. Me and Shannon, we walk out because we in the next cell. And Debo's just sitting up there eating some chips. Looking at you. Something going down that night. And it ain't gonna be Debo.
It definitely ain't gonna be me.
I'm just trying to figure out, look, I understand that y'all played in the same division, and you know, I don't think y'all ever beat Pittsburgh, but what makes you think that you can beat this man?
He put his pants on, right? One leg at a time, just like me. What did you talk about?
Yeah, but the difference is his pants don't fit Mickey Mouse.
Boy, these are large.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun. I mean, I think we look at aesthetics, we look at size, we look at somebody being big, we look at a nickname like Debo, and we mistake that with, okay, he can whoop everybody.
Not everybody.
No.
I didn't say everybody.
Who came up with this foolishness?
Huh?
Who came up with this foolishness?
What foolishness?
No, come on, man. Everybody in the NFL scared of Debo.
What?
Everybody in the NFL scared of Debo still. Wait, when the last time you played, dog?
A decade.
When last time you played?
Last time I played?
Yeah.
Last time I played was 17, 18. We lost Philly Super Bowl.
That's a long time ago, and we still
I
scared.
did the same thing you did. Lost Super Bowl.
Do you ever watch Debo work out, like his tapes? Like
What that mean? I work out too.
Not like that.
I don't need to work out like that. That ain't my strength. That ain't my forte. But I know I have a certain skill set that I've
So you
acquired
gonna
over
stay
time.
outside and just jab.
Yeah, killing nigga.
So, but you know he coming.
Who?
He coming.
Coming where?
You know what? Can I have the ring size cut down? So you
don't want him to be able to run?
I don't want him to be able to do nothing. I ain't throwing no towel in.
No.
Everybody gonna be able to. All his people in the corner gonna be butt naked. Ain't gonna be no towels, no t-shirt.
It sounds like the whole crowd, nobody believe in me, and it's just how it was when I was growing up. Nobody believe in me. So just
Well, how about this? Can we take a poll? Who got Ocho?
Yeah, let's go, nigga. What?
Okay.
Too bad
Who
their
got-
ass ain't gonna be in the ring with you.
Who got Debo?
Yeah. See what just happened was the women who like thugs and like they dudes to come home when they want to, they the ones yelling. All the fellas like, Debo, they know you're gonna kill you, dog. So you got a select crowd. I like that. I like that you got an audience.
Don't worry about it. Just set the fight up, man.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Just set the fight up.
I'm not a
Debo's like-
bad man. Can I bet on? I'm not a bad man, but I bet on this one.
You bet what?
You heard me.
What you said?
I'm not a betting man, but I will bet on this one.
I'm betting
Who
too.
you betting your money on?
Who you think?
Me?
I'm betting on Debo in 30 seconds.
But y'all
Over
slight.
under the first round.
Huh?
Over under the first round.
No. He gonna run. He gonna run. He in shape now. He gonna run. So he ain't gonna catch you in that first round. It's gonna be by round 3.
Run. He said he wasn't running.
Oh, he running.
That's what he said. He said
But
he wasn't
that's the
running.
philosophy. He gonna run. Debo, he's gonna run.
Who gonna run?
Said
You
he
gonna
ain't
run.
running.
I ain't never ran from nobody in life. I ain't never ran from
He
nobody
ain't
in
running.
life.
You ain't never done this.
Huh?
You done this once or twice.
I've been fighting since '87. What are you talking about?
No, I ain't talking about that type of fight.
What's the difference?
It's a big difference.
Man, y'all scared.
First of all, you
man.
different weight
What you
class.
mean we scared? We ain't got to fight. I ain't scared.
I'm just saying, man, nigga beat that nigga
What I
ass,
got to do with
man.
me?
I don't care how big he is. We gonna thump.
Hey, they trying to help you out. They trying to talk some sense into you.
I don't need no sense, nigga.
No, Debo don't cut no deal.
I'm gonna take all them chains off your neck when I knock your ass out too.
I bet you won't.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
dog.
can I have the 85?
Matter of
Oh,
fact,
that's the only thing I want. I give you all that other shit. I want that
Oh yeah, I like the bracelet.
I might,
Hey, Time,
I
you
might
want
take your
hey,
name too and call
Time.
me Ocho. Shit.
Time, you want that cross bracelet? You want that cross bracelet?
Ooh, I want that cross bracelet for sure. You got
well, you know how to get it.
Hey,
Whoop me,
Debo.
nigga.
blood.
Debo.
That's
know how
the
to
only
get
way to get it. I love it.
Hey,
You know how to
Debo.
get it.
Yeah, I'm
Will
gonna
you
get all
not-
of
Hey,
it.
you got the right one. I ain't none of them other people be scared of
Debo,
you.
when you
Right,
knock him
nah,
out, can I
listen,
get the
man.
third
My
bracelet?
mama told me don't mess with nobody that's scared of you because they pull a gun or a knife. I'm glad
Oh, I
you ain't
don't got no gun.
He ain't gonna
You want the
shoot.
third
shit
one?
out you.
No, I want the. No,
I want the third one. I want the third one.
yeah.
No. Whoa, dog.
Whoa, hold up. Everybody picking what they want.
Yeah. You
I want the
like it when
third
they
one.
want.
Yeah, pick what you want.
What size shoe you wear?
11.
I want them.
Yeah,
It's funny
I
y'all
want
don't.
this one.
It's funny y'all don't believe me, but it's all good.
I believe in you.
I'ma shock the world.
You gonna shock the world?
I'ma shock the world.
I believe I'm gonna get that bracelet.
I'ma shock the world.
Hey,
That's what I believe.
Debo ain't cutting no deal either. He ain't cutting no deal. Like, it ain't gonna be no fixed
nigga.
fact either.
I don't care nothing about that.
He don't get down like that. Oh,
I don't care nothing about that.
Is that a date?
What are you talking about? Cut a deal? What's the deal?
I'm saying you don't cut deals. You're not gonna, like they did the other thing that we just saw that everybody wanted to see with Paul and Tyson. That's what I'm saying. You ain't cutting no deal.
No.
You ain't cutting no deal.
Oh no.
Cut a deal for what?
This will be the first time I'm actually sanctioned to kill somebody and get away with it.
Dog. Chad. Dog, don't go in there, dog.
Hey, you let that shit scare you?
It scares me.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't gotta
I
fight.
ain't gotta fight. That nigga scared me.
I'm built different,
Man,
man.
go ahead and get your make sure you rail everything in real name.
I'm
Hey,
built
real.
different.
Make sure you put everything in your name, baby.
Hey, can I get some insurance on you?
Yeah, make
All
sure.
right. Keep it cute, nigga. All right, man.
Yeah. You keep it
All
up.
right.
We still right here. Ain't nothing but air and
All right.
opportunity. And then
I
go
got-
out
I
there.
got-
Hey,
You go out there.
What you?
hey, dog, you take it off. Again.
That's what I'm waiting on. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. That's what I'm waiting on.
Where they do that at?
Do what?
Take out that chain in the fight. What? Right in your face.
I
Listen,
thought it was about to go for the hoodie.
Hey.
I was waiting for the.
set the fucking date, man.
Fuck you.
Nah, nigga, fuck you.
Hey, dog.
August.
All right.
August.
All right.
What is happening?
Can I be your manager?
You mashed
you want
potatoes.
hey, Chad.
Soft. You mush.
Ocho, I'm sorry.
know.
Ocho.
You gonna have to show me.
Can I manage you? I cannot manage you. I want to be your manager.
Nah, you don't even believe
I
in me.
got
Nah,
you. No.
nah,
Let me tell you what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna let somebody in the crowd be my
No,
manager,
dog.
and you get some of the purse.
Okay, let me tell you what I'm gonna do because I'm his manager. Because we're gonna blow this fight up. We're gonna make a lot of money off this fight because we got some big drawers, not draws, but drawers. But I'm gonna make you a lot of money because I'm gonna have every part of your body rented out. The bottom of your shoes,
Cause they gonna see
back,
that.
your back. They're gonna see everything. When he knock you out, I'm gonna rent this part out. I'm gonna have everything on you.
All right.
Boost mobile
I
on
like
your
it.
neck. I got you, dog.
Make all your jokes.
No, I'm dead
Make
serious.
all your jokes. But
I'm
when you
serious.
fall, I don't want to. Don't be trying to congratulate me, boy. I know I believed you. I knew you could do it. I don't want to hear none of that shit from none of y'all.
You ain't gonna hear from me.
You gonna hear from me?
I'm gonna say, hey, you know what I'm gonna say? Show your ass up to work tomorrow.
Hey, I'm gonna climb up under the ring so I can talk to you when you fall.
Oh, you gonna be the conscience.
I'm gonna get up.
Stay down. Don't you get up, Ocho.
Get up, dog. You got it.
All right, don't worry about
Killing
it.
them. You killing them with your face.
I'm just trying to figure out, why not boxing, something that you do? Why would you want to go MMA?
No, because I want to make sure he's comfortable in something that he's good at, or he thinks he's good at.
Ocho, what I'm gonna do, man, I ain't gonna even lie. I don't wanna like punish your face, break everything in your face, break your bones or nothing like that. What I'm doing, I'm gonna choke you out. And I'm gonna choke you out, and I'm not gonna let go. And the ref gonna have to choke me out
Hey, dog.
to let you go.
Dog, he mean this stuff, man. Do you see this dude, man?
That's
Ain't no
what-
way in the world I'm getting over Debo.
That shit don't
Like,
scare
that's what-
nobody,
It
man.
scares me.
Y'all weak, man.
And as your manager, he afraid for you.
I'm
I
telling
don't
you,
know.
dog.
You know they say the loudest one in the room is the weakest one
If
in the
your
room. man.
manager
That nigga
coming
weak,
all
man.
white, if your manager coming all white,
Why you coming in all white?
because it ain't gonna be no towel. I'm gonna just flip in the ring.
I'm tired. I'm tired of talking. Just set up. Just get the date.
We're gonna set it up. Now coming to the stage, Louisiana's own, New Orleans' own, Master P.
We got P here. We got my dog here. Where's P?
There you go.
We got my P. Did you see when I played Batty in the meeting room? I had to educate the youngsters. They didn't know nothing about Batty.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So we started up in the morning. Like whenever I walk in, we play some kind of music, and I had to educate them about we Batty. We Batty.
P, let me ask you this.
Yes.
You built this empire on music and you branched off to do other things. What was the mindset when you started this empire?
Well, you know, I grew up in the projects, Calio projects out here, and I ain't had none. I lived with my grandparents, and she had 12 kids. Me and my brother made 14. I just wanted to make it out the ghetto. I wanted to get my grandmother a house one day, and that just pushed me. It pushed me and it pushed me. And I said, whatever they could do, we could do it. And so ever since after then, I just been building and grinding and hustling, and went from selling no records to over 100 million records independently.
But you were one of the first to have a distribution deal that was in your favor. You also was one of the first to have entrepreneurship that wanted to do things outside of music. How did you develop that mindset though?
I mean, I guess like anything else like this, man, I guess when you're hungry and you're poor,
You come
for real,
up with
think
ideas.
about it, because you always got to have a why.
Yes.
My why was, I ain't had nothing. I got to make it up out of here. A lot of people was dying young. A lot of people didn't get opportunities that I was able to get. And I'm like, I'm going to make the best out of it. There's going to be no limit to my success. And that's what I call my company, No Limit.
You know, P and I had an experience together. I mean, he's at the top of his game, and you talking about an athlete. You know, you talking about two sports, but this man was multi, just understand with the talent.
Mm-hmm.
So he came to Dallas to play. They had to try out for the Mavericks.
Yeah.
And when I tell you he had it, right? So they called me over there to holler at P. Because P still had that hood in him now. What I mean by that is P went to practice, and like, P, you can't go to practice deep. You can't do that, dog. Like, P like, man, I'm giving them buckets and I'm doing this, I'm doing that, man. What's going on? I say, dog, tell me about what happened. Man, we was running wind sprints and I was winning them. I said, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And I was doing it. You can't do that. You know the stars that they have, and you got to let them make it.
Yeah.
Because this is their team. Do your thing, but you got to let them make. You're not a politician.
Yes, absolutely.
It's politics and
It's
everything,
politics.
y'all.
Mhm.
Think about it, right? And that's what makes the trailblazers. We got to think outside the box.
Yeah.
I've always thought outside the box. When I was telling, Deion, when I was in Dallas, right? It was tough because I know I
You
was
had
putting
what it
the work.
took.
I had it.
Yeah.
I mean, so I grew up with Steve Nash. So you know me, I'm already on him. Like, man, Steve, like, man,
Yeah.
you need to chill out. But that's the way we was raised down here. And it's like we was just raised tough. Like a lot of kids today don't have to go through what we had to go through. And at that time, New Orleans was the murder capital of the world. And
That's right.
it was like a privilege to be able to go outside and play basketball. And so I always was just tough when I played. And then I was like one of the fastest ones on the team. I'm number one in all the drills. So I'm thinking I'm in.
Right.
But like Deion said, that don't matter. I mean, we got to give this man a round of applause for what you did in college football, my brother. Because this is what I want to tell y'all, right? This man actually changed the whole game of college football because they never wanted to see us do what you was able to do, bro. And it's incredible because now, when I walked into this man's locker room, I was like, man, hold up. I went, they got a barber, they got all this stuff. I'm like, man, this is crazy. This man done really changed the culture right there. This was the hood for real, but it was love, but it's like you see everybody having fun. And I think the difference is a lot of players want to play for you because they want that type of atmosphere.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate you for coming to support it.
Yeah.
Man, you know I got to
Yeah,
support
we
you.
like people like our sidelines in Boulder. You've been there, Shake. It looks like the BET Awards.
Yeah. Hey,
Everybody
hey,
name on the sideline.
Hey, Pete, listen, you've launched everything, bro, from music, the food products, even the basketball league, and you've been able to build generational wealth. I mean, what advice do you have to the young artists and young entrepreneurs looking to do some of the same things you've done, especially those right here from your hometown?
Well, first, y'all, put your trust and faith in God. That's the most important thing. And don't be afraid to put the work in because they say work without faith is dead. And so a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to just pray and God going, no, you got to really put the work in. You got to grind, you got to go to work, and then God going to give you all those blessings. If you do right and you have integrity, because one thing that I learned in this world, this game of life, you know, you have to have integrity because that's doing the right thing when nobody's looking. Right. So most of us only want to do the right thing when somebody's looking. So when you do the right thing and nobody's looking, you're going to be all right.
Juvie, 400 Degrees is a classic that helped define Southern rap. Tell me where you became when you come up with these songs, because they're timeless. You come on now and everybody hit the dance floor. 20 plus years later, after you came out with this, when you hear those and you hear people talk about it, I know when they see you in the airport and they see you on the street, they talk about 400 Degrees.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just crazy, man. You know, I get some ill stories sometimes when I bump into people. You know, and one of the main things I get from some of the people, they say, man, you raised me. Like, man, I don't know your mama, man. Yeah, bro, you got me through some hard times, you know, and you know, I tell them all the time when I see them, I say, hey man, I'm glad I could be of service to you, man. But 400 Degrees, for just like it is in New Orleans for a lot of people, they say, man, it was an inspiration for me to do something in life. So I'm glad to be there for them.
Well, listen, Cash Money, bro, Cash Money Records, bro, was a powerhouse in the 90s and 2000s, bro.
Yeah.
We grew up on that. Shit, you raised me. You know, when I think about it, I'm just being honest. Man, what is it like being a part of such a revolutionary label, bro?
It's crazy, man. You know, when we was in the studio making them songs, you know, we didn't see ourselves being, I know I didn't see ourselves being, you know, around this long, 20 plus years. And man, it's one of them situations where you see your little bros popping off. You know, you had your shine, and then you see Wayne pop off, you see BG pop off. And it's like, damn, man, we really, you know, we really made it, you know, and now the city's still showing love, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you were in the studio, did you know at the time what you guys were doing? Did you think it was like, man, these are classic. These are going to stand the test of time. And probably, did you ever think, and that's a two-part question. Obviously, when you have that and everybody could stand their own, did you think you guys like, damn, we probably ain't going to be together much longer because each guy can stand on his own. And yeah, we doing this together, but this ain't going to last much longer.
When we got together, man, you know, Cash Money did a overhaul. They had a lot of artists on the label. And then, you know, when I got there, the first thing they told me is, it's going to be you. You know, it's you, Turk, BG, and Wayne. So when we start hitting them studios and we start making them songs, we had no idea of, what the people what the reaction would be. But when we started doing them tours and that money started coming in, you know what I'm saying? The Cash Money Rough Rider tours and stuff like that. Yeah, that's I started seeing a little, a few things. Then I started saying, well, man, I hope everybody getting paid right, So I start worrying about my money too. So
Right.
yeah.
Hey, I got you on.
Go ahead.
Who were your biggest inspirations when you were coming up? And who inspires you now? So when you was coming up before you started popping off and y'all were boy, who inspired you, especially from your own culture?
Good question, man. I listen to everybody. I was one of them cats that liked to listen to hip hop, period. But my main influence was Ice Cube. Ice Cube was that guy for me. When NWA came out, Gangsta, and everybody from the city could tell you when Gangsta came out, that changed the way everything in New Orleans. Everything, homie. I mean, and Ice Cube was always that dude for me.
Who inspired you right now? That's in the game. Somebody that you look at and be like, you know what? That he the one. He one of them.
Man, I got a few of them right now. It's this guy sitting next to you, man. I'm inspired by him, the transition. I'm in the transition of my life where I'm getting ready to do a podcast. I see how you're picking up all these awards. And I'm inspired by that, man. And my other inspiration is E40. The way that he took the rap game and started branding himself.
Yep.
I see you with your Laportier. I got my yak. Everybody down here knows I'm branding myself all the time. I got Juvie Juice. I got chips. I got papers. You know what I'm saying? I got a few things. And my inspiration right now probably wouldn't be somebody that's in the rap game right now. It's cats that was around back in my day.
About being an entrepreneur. Let me ask you this. Weezy was the youngest. Did you know that he was going to grow up to do what he's become?
We did, bro. You listen to Bling Bling, you hear Birdman say, in the year 2000, Lil Wayne gonna tear the game up. That's how we felt. We always knew, Wayne mom wouldn't let them curse. So we had to water it down. We had to he used to come in there with some songs and I said, bro, you can't say that, bro. The kids bro, you can't say that. So we knew then some of the stuff he was saying then, I'm like, damn, bro, when we take the cuffs off, God damn, he gonna, yeah.
I mean, when he came up with Bling Bling.
Say that again?
Bling Bling?
Yeah.
Did y'all know that was gonna be an anthem? Because everybody started talking, hey, bro, you need that bling.
Wayne was making so many sound effects. That was his trick too. I come in the studio talking stupid, like, look, I'm about to mess, I don't care what you got, I'm about to mess over you. Wayne come back with sound effects. So Wayne was always the one to kill me on the song, man. But yeah, man, I didn't know Bling Bling was gonna be something, especially not a word in the dictionary.
Right.
Wayne was always creative, bro, beyond, I can't explain it, bro. I can't explain it. In the beginning, dude used to have me laughing. The fact that he was so young and he was like an adult in a kid body. Some of the things he knew, I'm like, bro, how the hell you knew that? Amazing, bro. Real smart too, real book smart too. Yeah.
If there was an artist right now that you could collaborate outside of me,
You spit like that, dog?
Oh yeah, I can rap.
Spit right.
Yeah, I spit like that. Yeah.
You got rhymes, dog?
Yeah. You want to hear it?
Oh,
No?
man.
Well, forget y'all. Anyway, if there was an artist you can collab with today, who would it be?
Right off top, off the
Yeah,
top
that's off
of
the
my
top.
head.
Somebody that's active right now.
It's Glorilla for a whole bunch of reasons.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
For a whole bunch of reasons too.
Yep.
I just feel like Glorilla fit that whole hot girl thing that I've been talking about, that we was talking about years ago.
Yeah.
I'm from the projects.
Yeah.
She just feel like somebody is from the hood.
Who
like
you
I'm
say, Glorilla?
Yeah, Glorilla.
Yeah, oh yeah, glow on, man.
Let her cook.
Yeah, she back
Let her
she
cook.
like that. That's hot. We're joined by a very, very special guest.
Very.
He and his mom, they're promoting a Invisalign. They both did the treatment. Jayden Daniels, who's going to be the runaway rookie of the year after an outstanding season. He did something very, very unique that very few rookies have ever done. He's led his team to 2 road playoff wins as the de facto leader. He wasn't relying on his defense. They put a lot on his plate, and he ate everything. I expect to see big things from this young man in the future. Congratulations on a great season, Jayden. Tell us about the treatment that you and your mom did with Invisalign.
Man, I mean, the main thing for me, you know, it's appearance, man. You gotta have your smile right.
Okay, so you have them on now, right?
I do have them on right now.
Okay.
I do have them on right now. But for me, I mean, I have braces and stuff like that, so it wasn't, my teeth were always straight. It's like, man, let me enhance this more.
Right.
So, I mean, just to partner with Invisalign, man, the appearance is everything. Everybody look at your teeth. Everybody look at your smile.
First thing they notice, bro.
You know, that's how you get that money.
I have a question. I wanna transition into football.
Go ahead.
Do you understand how special what you've done for an organization that has had chaos, turmoil, and they haven't been at the depths of the bottom of the NFL, but they've always been in situations that weren't in favor of them in general? You understand you turned the organization around in one season. There's been no maturation. There hasn't been no steady progress or progression to them turning things around. You came in 1 year and literally turned the franchise around.
Yeah, I think,
do you understand that?
I think I'm kind of getting the grasp of that. I didn't know how. This is real talk. I didn't know how passionate Washington fan base was. Like me growing up, because you never seen like them at the top. I mean, you seen like the RG3 years, stuff like that. But when I really got there, I was like, when I got drafted, people were like, man, I'm a Washington fan. I was like, I ain't never like heard nobody say that.
Right.
But now I'm excited to see everybody, DMV, everybody around the world, you know, bringing out their Washington stuff, going out there, grabbing out the basement, hanging the flags up and everything. So they excited.
Like watching you play, and if you're a fan, if you're a Commanders fan, you understand with a quarterback like yourself, what you were able to do in a rookie year, where there hasn't been no room for development. You know, most days you wait for rookies to develop, you know, and then you see you have a chance. But you give a team hope for the next decade based off your play this season. And I commend you. I salute you. Been a fan for a very long time, man. But what you've done was special, and not very many quarterbacks, especially as a rookie, have been able to come in and do what you've done.
When you look at what you've done, the expectations now, you have to improve and build on what you've done. You can't become complacent.
For sure.
Because you understand what is expected of you now. Only because they're talking about, man, this guy, who's to say he's not a top 5 quarterback as we sit here and speak currently? What does Jayden Daniels need to do to improve to make sure this year wasn't a fluke?
Man, I just think, like you said, don't get complacent. And I think the veterans that I had, like one person I really lean on a lot is Bobby Wagner.
Okay, B-Wags.
So that's my guy, man. We have conversations. And he just teaches me little things. I remember like, shout out to him. I remember like we played a couple games and a road game, we'll get back late. You know, you tired and everything. And he pulled me aside like, man, let's go get in these tubs. So we're up there like 3 o'clock in the morning, making sure your body's back right. But just little stuff like that is like never thinking that you know too much. There's always room to grow. So, I mean, outside you always get better technically and stuff like that. It's a blessing I get to be in the system that I was with Cliff another year.
Yes.
So I can improve on that within that system. But just learning how to be a pro. You know, it's my first full off season. So it's like, okay, I got to figure out, have a schedule. Like this is what I'm going to do. This is my ramp up period. OTA, stuff like that, and just always had the hunger to get better.
How do you block out the noise? Because obviously there's going to be a lot that comes along with what you've been able to do.
Yeah.
You're a quarterback in the NFL. We know what comes along with the most important position in all of pro sports. So now the endorsements are going to come. Now more fame, more adulation, more praise. Everybody, hey, cuz, what's up? Everybody's your friend now. Everybody's a family member now. And as your mom said, she's like, look, I know the women are coming, but hey, my son got a Heisman pose. I got one too. I'm still farming them all out the way. How do you keep a level head and to understand that, yes, I understand what comes along with being Jayden Daniels, but I don't get outside of who I am?
Man, I just think it comes, like you said, support system, mom, dad, like friends, family. Like everybody knows me for me, and it's not here like, okay, let me ride his coattail and stuff like that. So that's a big part. But also, it's a time to play for everything. It's gonna be a time to have fun.
Right.
It's gonna be a time to go out there and party. You know, make some money, do this, that, and the third. But the main thing, man, none of this happens if you don't ball on the field.
Right.
So that's the main thing. Like, how do I get better to continue the success and knowing like, all right, first year is that like everybody's gonna have a full off season to watch a film for year 2. So like, man, I gotta improve on different things and get better myself.
Listen, when you talk about that improvement, right? You guys were able to make the NFC Championship. What pieces to the puzzle do you think you guys need to add to make your job a little easier? So the bulk or the weight of getting things done isn't always on your shoulders.
Yeah, man. I think for us, it's like, if you look at, I think I've seen some, like we got like 20 some free agents like that on the team. So I mean, we gotta bring some people back. So I think overall, just in general, man, we gotta get some people in. We gotta bring people back. But I focus on my job, man. My job is to get better. Whoever they bring in, we hold them to this standard that we set with DQ and them set, and then let the front office do what they do.
Now I have a question. When we talk about letting the front office do what they do, I know it's very early in your career. Do you think you would have any say on who you bring in, especially from an offensive perspective, to be able to help you out? And
I don't know yet. I think if that time comes, we'll see if they call me.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know, man. They doing their job.
Right.
Like I'll tell them, man, let's bring some dogs in.
Well, I'm right here. If you need a dog, holler at your boy.
When I go back and look at this NFC Championship game, Jayden, you guys have played well. And the one thing that you hadn't done until the championship game was turn the ball over. And you know, I'm sure DQ and Wags have told you, if you turn the ball over in the playoffs, you pay double. You had 4 of those things. How differently do you believe the game would have been had you taken better care of the football? Because you guys were right there until you had those consecutive turnovers.
I think it came down to the wire. I think it came down to whoever had the ball last. And obviously, like you said, turnovers, especially in the playoffs, man, play a huge factor. I mean, we turned the ball over against Philly in the regular season 5 times and won the game.
Right.
But in the playoffs, you know, it's different, man. It's a different type of beast when you get in the playoffs. You're on the road. So obviously, you're playing to the crowd, playing the atmosphere. And, man, they got dogs over there. They got superstars.
Okay, this game right here, you got the 2-time defending champ and the Kansas City Chiefs led by Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. You got the Eagles in your division. You played them 3 times this year. This is their second time back in 3 years. How do you see this game shaping up, and who you have winning?
I think it's going to come down to whoever got the ball last. I think so. I think obviously Saquon and what they do, Jay Hurts. You got A.J. Brown. And then on the other side, man, you got Pat. So it's hard to bet against Pat, man, especially he's been here. But I think it's who can create more turnovers, who can create more negative plays on the side of the ball. And I think it's going to come down to the end. So for me, I think it's hard to bet against Pat. I can't see, you know, rightfully so. I mean, I love playing the Eagles.
Right.
They're in the division, but I think it's hard to bet against Pat.
Man, I really appreciate you, man. The legendary, already icon, Commanders quarterback, Jayden fucking Daniels. Baby, I appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping by. He's repping Invisalign. Go out there to get their treatment. He and his mom have the treatment done. They're very, very satisfied with the treatment. Thank you again, Jayden. Mom, thank you for dropping him by. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. We're joined by Greg Olsen, one of the great play-by-play guys. Actually, your color. You're not play-by-play. Your color. One of the great color guys, young, up and coming. Let me ask you this. Forget football. What's been the biggest thing from you to do? How were you able to become so good, so quick at doing this job, Greg?
You know, it's funny when people ask me about it, you know, there's actually a lot of lessons that I learned, you know, from playing, right?
Okay.
Just routine, preparation. Every Monday is a Monday. Every Tuesday is a Tuesday. And leaning into a lot of those things throughout the course of the week as a player, I didn't know any different, right? So when they said, all right, we got a game next Sunday and you're going to call it, I just fell back to what I knew, which is study the game. I love watching football. I love asking questions. And you have to be very willing to be like, you know what? I don't know a lot about this. I'm going to find people who really know it, and I'm going to pick their brain. I'm going to talk to great coaches. I'm going to talk to front office guys. I'm going to talk to, you know, defensive coordinators. How do you put together your blitz package? Learn as many different aspects of the game. Organize it in your mind. Organize your thoughts. And then just lay out the game. Stay with the game. Follow it. And try to do it in a way that is interesting. It's insightful. And try to add value. And I'm still learning. I don't pretend to know it all, but I just love learning the craft of calling the games. And it's been a great transition for me since I'm done playing.
Listen, I've watched you transition, obviously, from playing the game to doing play-by-play or color commentary, like coaches said. Obviously, your discipline and your work ethic has allowed you to do so. Now, I'm thinking about someone in my position who has never done anything of that magnitude. Is it possible in any way that I could probably learn, if I can minimize my cursing a little bit, I can learn to do color commentary? Or is that something you think I should stay away from?
No, I think anybody can learn it, right? So the inherent, you know, the underlying foundation of all of it is guys who love football, guys who want to continue to learn it, guys who want to continue to stay up with the trends and follow it and dive into it, anybody can do it, right? Then it's just communicating it in a little bit of a different setting.
Right.
Simplicity.
And that was probably the biggest transition for me. I'm a talker. I love conversation. I could sit here with you two for 3 hours and we could talk about whatever, but that's not the broadcast. We have commercial breaks. We have referees. We have game breaks, and you get 15 seconds. That was probably the biggest thing, is just the tempo and kind of the rhythm of the broadcast. Right. Everyone has a lot to say. Can you say a little bit, make an impact, but also not overdo it? I think that's still the balance that I'm still trying to find.
Okay.
I think the biggest thing for me is what I've noticed is you're talking about it as it's happening versus talking about something that's already happened or something that you perceive to happen. So like pregame, postgame is entirely different than doing color because you're talking as it's happening.
Yeah, and I think the battle, at least the way I try to do it, is I try not to tell you what you're seeing.
Right.
Because you already see it, right? I don't want to narrate the replay.
Okay.
I don't want to just talk over what you're already seeing. Because I think to most fans nowadays are very educated. People are listening. They're listening to shows. They're listening to weekly and weekend stuff. Tell them why they're seeing it. Maybe take their eyes away from the ball. What led to this play being really successful?
Right.
What led to this read or this wide receiver route? Like, it was a pick, but did the receiver not get flat enough on his inside break and dig route? Take people into the why, the thought process. That's the part I enjoy the most. Everyone can see it was a nice catch.
Right.
Everyone can see it was a sack. Why?
Right.
Tell us why and what the counter is going forward. That's the game that I think is the fun part to lay out.
Joining us now, Nightcap, Michael Pittman Jr.
Sir, sorry, I'm fumbling around here. Here we go.
Bro, how you doing?
Good.
You good?
Appreciate y'all.
Congratulations on a great season individually, not the season that you wanted to have team-wise. What do you guys need to do in order to have success where you're in the playoffs or you're contending for a championship?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really, really tough question, but
Wait. Be honest. Don't be politically correct.
Right.
Not here.
Okay.
Be straight up, like we in the barbershop now.
Yeah. All right. So we have to have those tough conversations as, as men, right?
Yes, sir.
And we need to call guys up, right? Like, just like not like calling them out, like just like call them up to like our
need
standard.
more, we expect more.
Yeah, and that starts with everybody. Like, that starts with me. That starts with every single person. And we just got to find ways to close that gap, because there's so many games that like,
you were close.
just like we were so close and we just let it slip.
Now I got a question. Now you speak about that gap, right? And obviously everyone's goal at the beginning of the season is you want to compete to be in San Francisco this year coming up, next year, obviously.
Yeah.
What gaps do you think need to be filled in from an acquisition standpoint, offensively or defensively, that can help you guys get to that end goal?
Honestly, I think that we have a lot of our core guys.
Right.
And like, before I can focus on anybody else, like I got to focus on everything that I got to do. Like, I didn't have my best season. I mean, now there are some things that happened, but just like focusing like all on myself, like I have to do things to produce in any type of situation, injury, like just like guys are like out there hurt too. So,
Right.
So,
Okay.
There was a lot made of the situation. I think it was the Texans game. Your quarterback scrambled. He ended up taking himself out of the game. I guess there was a team meeting. There were conversations that were had. The coach ended up benching him for a game, not a week. He got benched one game, a couple of games, and then I think Flacco filled in or whomever came in for him. What was those conversations like? Because I'm telling you, as a player, have been in a locker room, has been a leader, that's frowned upon when we feel a guy left us out there to dry. Because the one thing is, it's kind of like it's nothing compared to the military. So military folks, don't get me wrong, but it's like we leave no man behind. It's that we're out here together. We're going to fight together. We're going to win together. We're going to lose together. But the one thing we're not going to do is leave the other guys behind. What was that conversation that you had to have with your quarterback? Because I believe he's going to be there for an extended period of time, Michael Pittman Jr. And you guys are going to need him.
Yeah, we actually had all of our team. leaders from every single position group, and we kind of had a hour-long meeting, and we talked about everything. Like, it wasn't just centered around that. Like, it was everybody. But I think that was a good learning experience for him to know that is not the standard and that he can't do that and stuff like that. So it's all just learning. And I think that he handled that period of time well, because everybody was like crashing on him, right? So we saw him show up earlier. We saw him put in more work and like kind of do the things necessary to kind of earn everybody's trust back.
Jalen Milroe, former quarterback of the Alabama Crimson Tide, who decided to give up his final year of eligibility to go into the NFL draft. Jalen, thanks for joining us. So, what are you repping in? You just here for the Super Bowl? What's going on? What are you selling?
Yeah, so I'm repping Auto Trader.
Okay.
They made this event possible for me. So I'm coming from Orange County, California, long day of travel. Yeah, that's a great opportunity to be here. Definitely inspired, to understand why I'm here.
Right.
Super Bowl. Where I'm inspired to achieve my next dream, which is during the draft process right now. So, I'm representing Auto Trader today.
I got a question.
This is not where you really want to be. You want to be preparing for the game.
Yeah.
This is the first time, so hopefully in the future we don't see you back here again. Not in this. No
doubt. Yeah.
Thinking about it, how has the process been getting ready for the draft?
Yeah, so the best thing right now, I'm able to pour into myself right now and invest in myself. One thing that's unique about the offseason is no shot clock. So you have time to develop, time to pour into things that you need to improve on. And so I'm around a lot of great people where I'm at. I'm in Orange County with Jordan Palmer and Mike White.
Jordan.
Yeah.
That was my backup, man, in Cincinnati, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm with them right now. So it's been fun to build each and every day and find beauty in the process.
Yeah.
So what does Jalen Milroe need to work on in order for him to get to the level of quarterback that he wants to be and know that he can be? Because obviously there's some things that you need to work on. There's no finished products coming into the draft. There's no finished products once you enter the draft. But what is the most important thing you feel you need to work on?
Putting my body in the best way, fashion, as far as efficiency to make every throw on the football field.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, the exposure to the NFL. Although I lack experience, it's come from watching tape. It comes from being in that system. And so during this process, I've been able to do that. We're going to the Reese Bowl. We're going and working with Jordan Palmer. Being able to reflect on tape and acknowledge, where the area of weaknesses to strength and why you're able to do that is by playing. So, for me, the transformation from 2023 to 2024 being a first-year starter, then my final season in college. And so just an exposure piece, number one, but also just having this offseason to really narrow down how can I put myself in the best way efficiently to make every throw on the football field, because that's what's going to be needed when it comes to performing on Sundays, but also playing on time, playing on upright, and doing things the best way, fashion, so we can lead our offense to win.
Pat, what's up? Yeah. Okay, good. He late? No, he had to go to the bathroom. No, he ain't late this time. He late? No, he ain't late this time. Oh. All right, joining us on the Nightcap set is Adam Pacman Joe. You go by Adam or you go by Pac?
I go by Pac. You ain't never called me Adam.
But we were told, like when I was doing this on television, they said he don't want to be called Pacman anymore, and he wants to be called Adam. I say, since when? I just saw this end in the barbershop a month ago, and everybody was calling him Pac. Ain't nobody ever called him Adam.
I don't know what Coach Marvin was thinking about when he said that to the media. I think that was a sum with him. That had nothing to do with me.
All right, Pac, you're down here at the Super Bowl. You know the two teams that are in the Super Bowl, the Chiefs and the Eagles. How do you see this matchup playing out?
Two teams are compatible, but Andy Reid having 2 weeks to prepare for this game. It's going to be hard to beat Andy Reid. Andy Reid have a motherfucker wide open. I mean, the other week when they was in trips formation to the right, single receiver to the left side. He sent the two over in motion just to see what they was in man. And then he ran the little play with the pick out the backfield to the running back. Tell me how the linebacker gonna make that play?
He can't.
There's no way.
He's not gonna make it.
What's up, man? You late?
No, just fucking. And they sat on this play for the entirety of the game.
They did.
Not very. Look, we Ocho and I talked about this. There are not very many coaches in that situation. is going to throw the ball because if you're going to stop the clock.
Yeah.
If that clock stops, now you give them an opportunity to get the ball back with a chance to go down and tie you or beat you.
Yeah.
He says, Patrick, and we saw this last year against the Baltimore Ravens. He said, even Valdez Scanlon, who had dropped several passes during the regular season, he threw the ball on third down, 30 plus yards down the field.
Yeah.
That's the kind of confidence that Andy has in 1-5. And confidence is well placed.
Yes, it is. And man, you can look at them last week and look at them 4 weeks ago when they didn't have Worthy, they didn't have Checo. Now they all healthy, man. Worthy is, man,
he got better and better.
Fine, bro. Like he is. That's one of the guys that ain't nobody talking about that can be MVP.
That's why I told you. Remember, I told you earlier, you never know whose day it's going to be. When you watch the Chiefs all season long, every time they play, it's always somebody else's day.
Yeah.
Like you watch the Bengals play, you know it's going to be Chase.
Yeah.
Half the time, 90% of the time. You watch the Chiefs play, ain't no telling who day it's going to be.
Right.
One day it's Worthy, one day it's Kelsey, one day it's Noah Gray. So depending on what the Eagles do this game, well, it's going to be exciting.
Now joining us, he was NFL Rookie of the Year. He's a former All-Pro and Pro Bowl player. Played years with the San Diego Chargers, and he played one season, if I'm not mistaken, with the Buffalo Bills. Here he is, Shawne Lights Out Merriman. What up, bro?
What's up? What's up, little man? What's up, little man? What's up, little man?
There you go. I'm just getting up here. You already saw. Hey, that bare knuckles.
Hey,
Get that bare.
Nah, I was finna beat his ass years ago.
See, this what happened.
I promise you.
No, they said this what happened. I didn't know he was playing around. I didn't know he was playing around a long time ago.
Right.
And he said he was going to beat my ass.
Right.
So I stopped. I was in the Chargers facility. I walked out and I did a video and said I was going to choke him when I seen him. Right. I didn't know Chad then. I thought he was.
You thought he was serious?
I thought he was serious.
Okay.
And we were playing them coming up. And I said, when we see them, I'm going to do something real bad. Real bad when I catch him. And I never caught him.
Yeah. It was some fun days.
Man, how you doing, Sean?
I'm good, man. Doing well.
Good. Let me ask you this, man. You see this matchup. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes going for the three-peat. The Eagles, Saquon, Jalen Hurts, AJ, Devontae. Then you go to the defensive side of football, led by Jalen Carter. They have Zach Brown in the middle. You got Slade. You got Mitchell on the outside. How do you see this matchup playing out?
You know, it's funny because everybody's talking about the obvious, right? Saquon, talking about Pat. We know what they're going to do. I think, man, this game really going to come down to the trenches. Yeah, I think it's really going to come down to Jalen Carter, Chris Jones. I think it's going to be that kind of matchup because that's really going to dictate the tempo of the game.
Right.
You know, they're going to get there. Saquon's going to rush for whatever he's going to rush for. I don't think this NOLA let anybody rush for 100 yards this year.
I don't think so.
Yes, but again, so now he got a real obstacle on his hands dealing with that, man. I just think it's going to be an unsung hero. It ain't going to be Patrick Mahomes. It's going to be somebody like Slay, right, to step up. You know, getting pressures, you know, in a ball force. And I think it's going to be an unsung hero in this game that we really not talking about.
I want to know about the fight league.
Yeah.
That's what tell the people about what you have going with the fight league because I'm thinking about joining, you know, getting the hands wet a little bit.
But it's MMA. So
I can kick too. Whatever you want to do.
So look, when back in the mid 2000s, I wanted to start. I was working with Jay Glazer. I was in his gym.
Right.
So I grew up. My family, like my uncles, were professional boxers. So I grew up just boxing in PG County and Washington D.C. area. Anyway,
right.
Sugar Ray Leonard's gym was right up the street. So I grew up around boxers anyway. And so I was hitting the gym, hitting the mitts one day in the gym, and Jay Glazer said, "Hey, look, I see you can box. Have you ever tried MMA? It'll help you out in football with your hands coming off the edge."
Yeah.
So he took me to the gym one day, and Jay Glazer's here, and Randy Couture is sitting on my left. And I'm looking at Jay. I said, I'm not fighting Randy Couture today. That's not happening. But when I saw, man, I started training with these guys, you know, every offseason, Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, all these guys I got a chance to just be around and train with. And I fell in love with the sport. So I ended up launching Lights Out Extremes Fighting, which we're looked at, man, as one of the feeders to UFC. You know, we sent 6 guys to the UFC last year.
Okay. So basically you're a minor league system to the UFC.
Yeah. And I think that the word minor league, nobody's going to be bigger than the UFC.
Right. No.
There's going to be people going to try.
They got too big of a head start.
They got too much of a head start. And then when you think of MMA, you already think of the UFC no matter where you at.
Yeah.
But what you can do is do some things that they may not be looking at, right? We got chips in the gloves that can measure speed, power, punch, impact, all that's like a lot of tech, a lot of AI.
And now I just launched my streaming service, Lights Out Sports TV, that we carrying a lot of combat sports. We got a big fight in LA this Friday on in Long Beach for Lights Out Extreme Fight. So what you can do, man, because we're able to pivot, we can do some stuff, and if they like it, right? If they like it, they adopt it, and that's the whole goal of it. We don't try to compete. We're just trying to create.
Let me ask you this: you hear Myles Garrett says, "Look, I appreciate everything, Cleveland. They made my dream come true. First overall draft pick." Defensive Player of the Year, All-Pro, Pro Bowl. I believe I've done all I possibly can, but at the end of the day, I want to compete for a championship. And I don't believe I can do that in Cleveland. What do you have a problem with him? Like, I want to go compete for a title.
No, and the Browns organization got to respect it. He's giving you everything he possibly can from his standpoint. He's done everything he can. And you get to a point as an organization that they're not doing what's best in your interest now. Because after you make enough money, you already know it's the best in your position. You already got the Pro Bowls, the All Pros, you already got the accolades. The only thing now to do is get a championship. And if you don't have somebody out there working with you to put you in the best situation, say, hey man, we got to get this. So the biggest regret I have in my career is not winning a ring. That's the biggest one. And all the teams we had, we should at least got one. We should. We should have got one. And so, I'm sitting up in, I remember going to NFL Network, and I'm sitting up there on the panel, got Marshall, everybody was up there, and they got these rings on, and I'm sitting there, my heart beating through my chest because you missed that part. So I don't blame Myles Garrett at all for wanting to get out of an organization that hasn't put him in the best situation to be a champion.
You good? I'm just making sure you good. You sure?
What's really going on?
I'm making sure he good.
But I thought you wanted you was in the fight.
Into the what?
The fight game.
No, I'm not really into the fight game. My son is into the fight game.
Like what you talking about, like fighting like with
MMA
with fists?
MMA.
Really?
Yeah, he likes to do MMA.
How old is he now?
17.
Okay.
But I ain't letting him do nothing to spar.
Why?
Because he got to gain weight to play ball. So
why don't you?
That don't.
I ain't got no weight. I'll spar you.
Anytime, man.
Not for real.
Oh, I'm dead set anytime.
Nah, he think it's a game. This shit, this shit different over here, man.
Hey, you sweet on that.
Hey, you know what's funny is after I did my exhibition, right, and I had a few local fights in Miami. My hands are registered now.
They registered with who?
I didn't have with Vegas. I ain't had no choice but to register. What you mean? You know with who? Stop playing with me, man. Before I come across this table, cross your head, boy.
Oh man, all you need to do is swing. I take care of everything else.
Really?
That's it, man.
Really?
That's it.
You want a boxing match or MMA?
Oh, I'm MMA all day.
I don't care. He can kick all he want to.
I don't need the kick.
What you gonna do?
All I need to do is grab you.
You ain't finna grab shit. Nigga, I'll beat your ass. You got me.
I'm gonna choke the life out you. They gonna have to choke me out to get you to let go.
Help me understand something. You tell me we get in the octagon, right? Me and you get in the octagon. Understand?
Are you gonna run?
No, what the fuck? Run from who? Did I run from you when we played? Did I run from anybody when we played? No, it's no different. I have the same mentality. So we get in the octagon.
We can make this happen.
Hold on. We get in the octagon. You tell me you're going to try to grab me and you think you're going to be able to do so. Understanding as quick as I am, with these feet, understanding these hands, you're going to grab me.
Listen, man, fighting you would be like fighting my son.
You know
Practice.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
As God is my will, please make this happen so I can.
We're going to make it happen. Hey, chat, y'all want to see that? Y'all want to see MMA, Ocho against Debo? Fight of the century.
Please
This way. For one, listen.
Steelers,
people in
Bengals.
the chat, he's too slow. Too much muscle. I'm finna dance around that shit. I'm gonna hit you in your head. I'm gonna hit you when I want to. I'm gonna play with you. I'm gonna beat that.
Hey, Peasy, listen, man.
Hey, Peasy. Hey, Peasy.
Talking about
Peasy.
some MMA. Hey, listen, I'm trying to tell you. Hey, listen.
I beat his ass too.
Peasy, get up here, man. Get up here, man. He up here talking through.
I beat his ass too. I don't care. It don't matter.
God damn,
Peasy ain't got it like he used to.
Hey. What's up, fellas?
What's up, little man?
No, he talking about whooping ass and everything.
I was finna whoop his ass in the game. What you mean? What's the difference? Hey, listen. Just because he's sitting here,
man.
my tone don't change for nobody.
It don't need to
I
change,
beat your ass and I beat his ass.
It ain't happening, bro. It ain't happening.
And Ocho say he won't Debo in MMA.
Man,
He won't be in MMA.
It's still Chad. You know what I mean? He always go talk crazy.
Nah, but you know, but listen, it's one thing about talking, but you know I'm gonna get in there and thump.
You try.
I'm a thump. What you mean try?
It's gonna be a try.
Big ass, man. Stop playing with me.
You 100 what? How much you weigh?
205 right now.
Man, you gonna pick that little shit up with one hand.
How you gonna pick it up?
Cause he gonna pick that shit up with
How?
one hand.
Y'all couldn't even touch me when I played. What make you think you gonna touch me now?
I couldn't touch you when you played. I slammed you on your head, on your neck.
Do it now. Do it now. Do it now.
On your neck.
Look how. Hey. He still lift in a different way.
I still lift in a different way.
Not like that. They
Man,
different.
He ain't
They still.
built like me, man. Nigga just big, man. I don't see that shit, man.
Hey, man.
Y'all got me fucked up. Nigga, beat your ass, boy. Wait, hold on.
Run it.
Yeah, man, stop playing with me, man.
You playing with me, man. Run it.
I got the. Hey, I'm putting all my money. I'm putting all my money on Debo. How much you got? Let's put out.
Man, the way my body's set up, I can't do no helping for nobody.
You betting against me?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
Bet.
Hey.
Bet. All right.
You can invest.
Hey,
you can invest.
You think shit's sweet, boy?
Oh, I don't
You think shit's sweet,
man.
You know
Hey,
where
we
I'm
gonna
from?
make it happen.
You think shit's sweet?
You for real? Are y'all playing? Or are you for real?
Hell.
No.
I don't care if you from hell,
Where am I
bro.
from?
But you seriously?
Where I'm from?
You say you want MMA?
Man,
we gonna make it happen.
You know,
It ain't gotta be in me. It can be the
Ocho be
street.
really believing what he be saying
hold on. It
sometimes.
can be outside. It don't matter. Wherever.
No, we gonna get paid for
I
that.
thump with you wherever, boy.
Don't mess up money.
I thump with you wherever,
Don't
boy.
mess up no money.
Fuck wrong with this nigga,
Right.
man.
I'll beat the brakes off his ass.
Off of who?
You.
You talking about brakes? This ain't no car, nigga.
You.
All right.
Hey,
All
what
right.
we gonna do?
All right.
We gonna get advertising sponsors.
How the hell I get?
Yeah, for
How the
sure.
hell I get called up for this conversation?
That's what we gonna do.
You too slow. You not quick enough. I have a skill set that I've honed over years
Skill
that
set
you ain't gonna be
that
able
I
to
ain't
deal
going
with,
to
boy.
absolutely destroy.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you this. And be honest with you.
Yeah.
You fast,
Quick.
you all that.
Hands. I got ground game. What?
You know,
Just stop with the
You're
rest.
not gonna want to grab me.
Stop with the grabbing.
Stop it.
Stop with the grabbing.
Man,
You better
Stop, man. For real.
I'll guillotine
Let's be honest. Listen,
Hit and run like you in a car with no license or
with the
insurance.
grabbing.
All right.
Hit and run.
You know he don't want to get in the grabbing game.
I know he don't.
No. Okay. But
I know he don't.
But this is what I'm more worried about. I'm more worried about. He might eat that little shit you throw at him.
No, forget
Them
what
punches.
I throw. He ain't conditioned like I am.
No,
he gonna be
he's
tired in
like
2 seconds. He gonna try to throw a punch.
You gonna try and throw my weight back?
Grab.
Huh?
You said
He's
MMA.
not grabbing me. Stop saying that. Before I hit you in your mouth. Don't say that no more.
How the hell I get on this? I was walking by. Now I'm about to get hit in my mouth. Boy, goddamn.
Because y'all disrespecting me. Y'all think that could.
Hey,
look,
man, you know the AFC. Hey, Peasy, you know how the AFC North is. Hey, enemies forever.
I don't like that people look at size and they determine wins and losses based off size. You saw David and Goliath. Remember that story, right?
Man, that was the Bible.
Remember that story? Remember what happened?
You ain't in there.
Huh?
Yeah,
you ain't in there.
You're not, don't do
Don't worry
that.
about it,
Don't
man.
try
All right,
to paint
all right,
yourself
all
up to be
You read,
David.
you read the Bible?
Yeah, I read, but
Well,
you ain't. You ain't. you ain't.
Do you read the
Neither
Bible?
one of us is David.
Do
or
you read
Goliath.
the Bible?
Yes, neither one of us is
Start
David or
reading.
Goliath.
Start reading because you're gonna need it, nigga.
Boy, you good.
I ain't gonna need
You
it.
good. I thought you was good back then. I thought you was good back
You
in
know
the day
what?
when you started.
No, you know what?
No,
Hey,
you got better. I ain't been around you in a minute.
Hey, Chad,
got better.
listen to me. Chad, listen.
Hey,
You heard me?
you listen.
Hey, Chad, listen. Let me tell you something. Listen, let me talk to you.
Shay. He done got good.
Nah, this ain't no
I'm putting my
joke.
money on Debo.
Y'all take my life for a joke. My
no,
life
you
ain't no
good.
joke. Oh, my kids, I'm gonna fuck you up.
I just need you to
See all that? All
I put it on my
that talking
kids.
crazy.
I put it on my
All that
kids.
crazy. I'm gonna bust you in your
I
mouth.
put that on
Call me on. I'm like, oh Lord, what's going on? How, when
I put that on my kids.
Hey.
You know I don't play by my kids. I got 200 of them.
I got you, but
Right.
you good.
Nah.
Boy, you good.
I'm gonna show you I'm good.
No, you really
in the
good.
octagon, I'm gonna show you I'm good.
Hold on,
You
Debo.
ain't- Oh my God.
What you got to do?
You got something to say?
Listen, man. I accepted my Lord and Savior in August of this past year, man. I was baptized.
You are?
Yeah.
Well, mine went off. I gotta get
see,
baptized again.
what you about to make me do is go totally outside what I said I was
Of your
gonna do.
character, right?
No, listen, man. I think I might. I've been trying to hold this thing inside of me
What
for a
thing is
long
that?
time because ever since I got like fined by Roger Goodell for $75,000, I've been wanting to kill somebody. I think you might be the person. I
That's
think
fine.
God done brought you
That's
to me.
fine. That's
I
fine.
think that's what he
That's
did.
fine. Whatever you want to do.
You know?
Matter of fact, if you beat me, I add a 75,000 to your purse if you beat me. How about that?
Damn.
So you get your money back. That's how serious I am.
Oh, you gonna give me that?
I give it back.
You might as well just write that right now.
You got me fucked up, man.
You might as well write that.
Hey,
Man, how can peace?
like, hey,
how can I
the-
get
the
involved in
funny-
this? Y'all talking about making some money. Shay, when we
Hold on,
come in at?
y'all
Where's my part?
Hold on, I'll tell you what part. You're gonna be the nigga cut man.
All right, I ain't gonna work that day then.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no work done.
Do my check come whether I do nothing?
Hold on. So hold on. I got three.
Because I walk down the aisle, I'll bring him out.
Hold on. So you don't believe in me?
No.
You don't believe in
I
me?
believe in you.
And you talking shit?
What you think?
Okay.
What the hell I
Say
look like
less.
believing in you
Hey,
and
you know-
going
hey,
against me?
you know I'm
you
from-
got life
hold on,
all
hold on.
messed up.
You know-
I don't care where you
Hey,
from.
you know
I'm
I'm
from
from?
Akron, Ohio. That don't mean nothing.
You from where?
Akron, Ohio. I'm gonna beat the brakes off your ass.
He from Ack, right?
Yeah.
I'm from Liberty City.
Who?
Dade County.
I don't even know where
Liberty
that
City.
is.
I
but
know.
don't really,
Oh,
don't
you
matter.
gonna know.
It don't matter.
You gonna know when I lump your ass up, bitch.
That ain't gonna be
All right.
nothing you gonna lump up.
I got lump up.
All right. Run
Hey.
it. How did I get in here?
I'm done. You know, hold on. You know what?
When did that come out?
Matter of fact, I'm doing too much talking.
Yes, you are.
I'm doing too much
Yes,
talking.
you are.
Let's
Yes,
just
you are.
set the shit up, man.
We gotta run it.
Set
When
the
you
shit up.
want it?
Yeah, man.
Tomorrow?
It don't matter. Nigga, we can do it now. We can do it now in front of everybody. It don't make me none. It don't matter where I'm at.
6 months.
Run it.
You gonna be
Nigga, run it. Nigga, what you saying?
Hey,
Run it.
All I need you to do is
Run
swing.
it.
All I need you to do is swing. I
All
take
right.
everything.
We got 6 months.
I take everything else.
We got 6
Hey.
months.
no, I don't trust him.
Huh?
You playing? I don't trust him.
If you see him,
And that's
with
no.
the Grizzlies,
No.
you save the bell.
No.
What are you
Listen,
talking about,
I'm trying to
man?
tell you, he's that pit bull that if he's just sit up, if you get close
He's
enough,
a
he gonna
what?
grab your
He's a
ass.
what?
You see, I pulled you down, right?
He's a what?
I pulled you down.
He's a
I pulled you down for a reason.
Nigga's fat.
We got 6
You
months.
playing?
Nigga's fat.
You
I'm not
Set
playing.
it up.
He's dead ass.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna set it up. Hey, Peach, we got this.
It's me.
We got it. Oh, we gonna make some.
Talking about he's serious. What you think I am?
Player.
Nah, I ain't played. Did I play with you on Sundays?
Yeah. He come to me,
Please, let's act like we about to fight before the game. I said, no, man, they gonna throw me out for real. I ain't got time to mess with you, CJ. Like, I'm gonna be, he pull up with the shirt, roll up, come on, man, let's get, I said, nah, man, they gonna throw me out for real, and you gonna get to play.
But this the thing. This ain't football no more. This is real life.
But
This is real life. And you testing my manhood, not and you disrespecting me. No. Okay, we'll see.
y'all
We'll
off the
see.
chain, man.
We'll see.
How much time you need to get the knee right? You completely.
Oh, I don't want no excuses. That's gonna be his first excuse when he lose. Oh, my knee was messed up. Oh, my
I
knee
can do
was.
that right now.
I had a
Like I said, I can do
meniscus.
that right now.
I had a meniscus.
I'm here till tomorrow. Y'all bring me back. I'm here till tomorrow. I gotta go run and do my thing.
Oh, my knee.
Hit me back.
Oh,
I need some more of this, man.
Hey.
I need to get my content up.
I'm gonna beat that nigga ass, boy.
I tell you what, man. You give it
Y'all
time.
bring me back.
Whatever you need to do, Shay, give him the time. And he gonna need to gain some weight. You might want to give him a
I don't
whole
need to gain no
year.
weight. I don't need to gain no weight.
I think 6 months would be good enough. Can you be ready in 6 months?
I can be ready tomorrow, man.
No, we need time. We got to sell this.
Well, shit.
Now you
However you
quiet.
wanna
Now
run it.
you
6 months
quiet.
is fine.
He quiet. Soft
Ain't
ass.
nobody quiet.
Soft ass.
Okay.
Well, July.
Soft ass. You soft, boy.
Okay, whatever-
I see through all that shit. I see through all that muscle.
Mhm.
Shit ain't about nothing, boy.
Okay.
You got
Okay.
the right one.
Dog, I'm going to.
You got the right one, baby.
Man.
What they say? I'm trying to see what they said in the chat because
I beat the chat ass too.
See, man, listen. We gonna have listen.
I'm tired. I'm not listening.
Yeah,
I'm Helen Keller. Don't talk
trying
to
to
me.
make me laugh.
Don't
and
talk.
I
I'm
ain't
not trying to make you
laugh.
laugh for what? Because whatever you
So
smile,
I
we're
don't-
gonna be
so I
missing.
don't bust your ass too bad.
Okay. All right, bet.
nah, you got the game.
Bet.
You got the game. Hey, he asked for this. He asked.
Oh, I'm gonna give you everything you're looking for.
March, April, May, June, July, August. I think August will be about the right amount of time.
I don't need it. I'm good now. You better talk to him. Hey, Ryan, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Lies.
All right.
I got Debo chat.
Huh? That's fine. I want you to bet again because my teachers in high school said the same thing. They didn't believe in me, and look what I became.
You did.
Look where I've come.
You did.
Ash, who you got?
Debo.
Okay.
Aaron, who you got?
Who you
Debo.
got? Thank you. Somebody that believe in me.
That's a Ocho's producer, Aaron. So
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
unfortunately,
Put all your money on him too.
James Harrison, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us, Debo, man. Appreciate it. Hey, get right. Get the knee right.
Yeah, get right.
August, we got this.
Listen.
Get right. And yeah, I know.
I ain't gonna lie, man. This gonna be the easy. I
Okay.
thought playing football was easy.
Okay.
That's gonna be the easiest money you
Yeah,
ever
okay.
made.
Ever made.
Okay.
Ever made.
We'll see.
As long as the money right.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
be
see.
right. The money gonna be right.
The money.
We'll see.
Yes.
That's how I know he gonna get his ass whooped because he worried about the money.
No.
I'm
I ain't worried
going in.
about the
I'm
money.
going in for business.
You going in for business?
I'm going in for business.
What you doing after the show?
Huh?
What you doing after the show?
I'm gonna go to the French Quarter and smoke a cigar. You wanna go?
Tell me where you going.
I'll meet you there.
Okay, bet.
We can take care of it then.
I just told you.
No,
I'm gonna be in the French Quarter. I'm gonna be in the French Quarter smoking a cigar.
Okay.
So whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Right. We got our next guest coming to the stage, Ocho. Hey.
I ain't even shaking your hand. Go ahead, yo.
I don't need to shake your hand. What you talking about? I'm taking these off.
All right, bet.
Bet I see you. Bet I see you. Hey, I got Debo. Coming to the stage right now is the San Francisco 49ers all-pro linebacker, one of the best defensive players in all of football, Fred Warner.
What's up, boy?
What's up, bro?
Good.
How you doing? Four-time All-Pro linebacker joins us on behalf of Experian, which can help improve your financial health and keep more money in your pocket. You may have seen Fred and his wife sitting in commercials highlighting how people can save money and time with Experian by canceling unwanted subscription, negotiating your bills for lower rates, and more. In fact, according to Experian, 93% of Americans said it's more important for them to save money as a couple, and Experian is making that easier to do. So whether you're single or in a new relationship or happily married, download the free Experian app to learn how you can take control of your money, finances, and save time and money.
See?
Boy, hey, you said it all right there. You ain't even let me say
Did you hear everything you just said?
Yeah.
Everything about experience. One first thing you said was wife, couple, girlfriend.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, dog, that just triggered me based on the situation I'm in right now. Being in the doghouse and things are in limbo.
Okay.
Because this is something that me and that other person that we can get into.
Right.
You know? So
then download the Experian app today, man. It's gonna take care of all that for you.
all right, listen. I know you probably watching right now. I know we on bad terms, but download the Experian app and see what it can do for us.
Boom.
Maybe it can mend things.
There you go.
Okay? Because God has favor. He does. And Fred Warner and his woman, they're an example of what can be when two people come together.
That's it.
You hear me? I don't know what type of foundation we on right now, but theirs is solid.
So how did you get involved with Experian?
Yeah, man, Experian, they're so amazing. First of all, I mean, I want to save my time, save my money, just like everybody, right? And that's what they're all about. They're trying to save you time and money. So, for example, you get a Peloton, right? You on that Peloton, you got to download the membership. Right. Then 2-3 weeks later, you're like, man, you know what? The Peloton just ain't working for me. Right. But I forgot about the membership. That all them subscriptions that you accumulate over time, man, it all add up. Them little $3.99ers. Those are the ones that get you. Because guess what? They kind of slide under the radar. You don't realize you got them. You download the Experian app, they take care of all that for you. They get rid of all the unwanted subscriptions that you don't use or don't need. Save you time and money.
I like it.
You get your former defensive coordinator back. Robert Saleh comes back. The last time you guys went to the Super Bowl, you coming back.
Right.
What happened this year? Because you guys were in the Super Bowl. You guys were in this situation just last year.
Correct.
This year, some injuries. What happened? What does the 49ers need to do to get back in this position? And what happened this year?
Yeah, I mean, everybody talks about the injuries, right? I think it just when you go through the whole year, things just unraveled at the exact wrong time. I think you could call it, right? We thought we had a chance to really get back on track. Mid-season, we get Christian back, right? You know, we win a big game on the road against the Buccaneers. Buffalo, we think we can bounce back after a bad game against Green Bay. He gets hurt. We lose guys on the D-line. We lose Trent. We lose BA. Like all these injuries kind of just happened at the wrong time. And we just weren't able to continue to compete at a high level. So we got to get back, man. We got to get back on track this offseason, get guys healthy, and get that dog back in us.
Now, when you think about the offseason, right? Are there any pieces, any acquisitions that you see fit that can help and bolster the defensive side of the ball, the offensive side? Are you happy with the core guys you guys have?
I mean, I see Myles Garrett asking for a trade. So I'm like, hey, Myles, what's up, man? We were just jumping it up at the Pro Bowl. And now you're talking about you want to trade. Oh, no, man. I love my team. I love who we have, right? You're always looking for more pieces, more improvement. Of course, we need improvement going into next season, of course, based on the season we had. But I love everybody that we got in our locker room. It's going to take everybody just taking a look in the mirror and just taking that next step going into the next season.
What is Fred Warner? Obviously, you've been a multi-time All-Pro player. You've gone to Pro Bowl. You've gone to Super Bowl. What's left? What do you want to accomplish, say, the next 4 or 5 years of your career?
4 or 5 Super Bowls. 4 or 5 Super Bowls. Man, that's honestly the only thing I'm chasing at this point, right? When I wake up in the morning, it's no longer of like, all right, I'm trying to just be the best in the game, right? I want to be the best of all time. And what does that require? Not only playing at the highest level, but having the championships, right? That's the ultimate team award is a Super Bowl ring. And so what do you have to do? You got to go outside yourself. You got to get uncomfortable now. Where you going, you're getting after your teammates like, hey man, come train with me. Come train in the Bay. Like, let's get after it. Let's get to it. So we're making sure that we're training together and we're doing things the right way. So when ultimately the season comes, boom, now we even that more locked in, the chemistry there, the camaraderie. We got to build that up to start getting these rings going.
What about a DPOY?
Absolutely.
Because, you look at the great linebackers from Singletary to Buckers, Ray Lewis,
yep.
Urlacher,
Yep.
Keekly.
Yep.
All those guys
They
were
all got
able to
one.
accomplish that at the middle linebacker position. And I think you're in that category.
Absolutely.
But you're gonna need to get one of those.
Yeah, I'll take it a step further. Why not MVP?
Okay.
League MVP.
Oh, you trying to be the LT?
Come on,
League
man.
There've only
MVP.
been two of those now. Alan Page and LT.
I figured I want to shoot for MVP, and then if I fall down on DPOY, hey, that's great too.
That's
Right,
a good
you know what I'm
one.
saying?
That's a
That's
good
the
one.
mindset though. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. It's early. I've asked everybody that's been on here this. It's early. It's February right now. I'm not sure how much time you take off from your season before you start back training. What do you do in the off season? What does that look like before you get back into business?
Before getting back into it, I mean, all that time in season when I'm dedicating that to just strictly football, like I want to give some time back to my family, right? My wife, my son. I got a 10-month-old boy at home who needs his daddy. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of using that time to take some trips, spend some more time with them. Unfortunately, I got to come do stuff like this because I'm not playing in the Super Bowl, but it is a pleasure, obviously, being amongst the greats and do stuff like this. But yeah, man, just spend time with family.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Ted Karras and Alex Cappa, each one. One. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? What's up, bro? How you doing?
What up, baby?
Good to see you.
What up, baby? Let's go.
Have a seat. Tell us what brings you out. See the bounty, the quicker picker up.
Hold on.
We're the bounty wingmen. We're the bounty wingmen today.
Because Shannon, you can't have football without wings.
You cannot. You cannot have.
And you can't have wings without bounty.
You cannot.
Can't do it.
So is this two-ply, the quicker picker upper, right?
Oh, this is the good stuff.
The good stuff. The really good stuff.
The real. This is the diesel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Listen,
I mean, we might as well be in Cincinnati right now.
there we go. How's your experience so far been at the Super Bowl? This
Kind
week.
of just coming straight to Radio Row. I've been to New Orleans a few times.
I
love this town.
You like it?
Yeah.
How's it been so far?
It's been good. I had some beignets last night. Unbelievable. But it's been good, man. Just hanging out here.
Okay.
Talk to us about the season. Obviously, you guys didn't make the playoffs, and having been to the Super Bowl, you know what that's like. So what are the Bengals? What do you guys need to do to make sure that next year in San Francisco that you guys are not able to come to Radio Row?
Yeah, I mean, you can't throw away games, right? Like, if you look at our early season, we had too many games that we just threw away. Like, 4 or 5 games we should have won, and we didn't make the play. And when you do that, it's tough to dig yourself out of a hole, even if you go on a run at the end there.
That Patriots game really hurt, huh? Because you look back at it and see where they finished, and look where that one game. What if you like? And that's what it comes down to during the season. Look, we can. There's game here, game there, but you're like, hold on. We lost to that team. They're going to be picking third in the draft, and we lost to that team, and they potentially kept us out of the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I think that's officially something that's on our back as a program is to get these early wins in the season and not play from a 2-3 game deficit against Kansas City, Buffalo, Baltimore, and just be in the pack because it's going to be tight regardless.
Yes,
yeah.
But we can't drop 3 to start and expect to do anything in the AFC.
But you know how close those games are, even between teams that win a lot of games and teams that don't. If you don't play well, you're going to lose those games. It's that simple.
You look at Kansas City, 1-score game. They don't lose 1-score games. You lose a couple of those games. Now all of a sudden, it works out different. Some teams 1-score game, they might be 2-8. Another team in 1-score game, they might be 8-2. That's the difference between a team making the playoffs and a team that doesn't make the playoffs. What do you got? Look, you lose your defensive coordinator. You bring I think Golden comes back in. He was a DB linebacker coach. End up going to Notre Dame, becoming the DC. He comes back. What are some of the things that you think you guys need to do in order to improve this overall team to make sure you guys were just in the Super Bowl about 4 years ago? How do you get back?
So I think it just starts with preparation. We got to come out of camp healthy and ready to go, prepared, healthy, ready to go for week 1, week 2, and put ourselves in a great position in our division and in our conference. I'm excited for Scott Peters, our new line coach.
Okay.
He's going to bring a great, refreshing new energy
Mm-hmm.
to our room. I've talked to Dave Andrews up in New England, and he speaks very highly of him. So I'm excited to get to work with him.
Yeah, and it's not wholesale changes. Like, I mean, every game is going to be close the whole year. So it's making those plays. It comes down to execution. And if you execute in those close games, that's the difference.
Better.
Get them
Matter of
right.
fact,
Get them right.
You know,
Get them
also,
right.
also, I want to point out, also watching us, I'm saying us, even though I'm not on the team right now, watching us throughout the years, we always have a problem and issue with starting slow. We always start slow, where we have to find our way, pick ourselves out the hole. What do you think we can do from an offensive and defensive standpoint to where we can get a season finally where we start fast for a change and it's not so hard to climb back into in contention later on in the season?
I think it's probably gonna be a little bit different of a spring program,
right?
And obviously camp too. And I think that Zach wanted to play us more in this preseason.
Right.
I think we'll probably have a bigger volume in the preseason coming up.
You just talked about that.
Yes, because I'm from the old school.
Yeah.
We used to play the first preseason game. There's 4 preseason games.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you went overseas or you played the Hall of Fame game, you played 5. But we played 10 play. The first preseason game, we played 10 plays, and then we played 20. The third preseason game was dress rehearsal. So we're playing 3 quarters, and then the fourth game we were out. Now a lot of these guys you guys don't even play in the preseason. How difficult? And then now you ask, well, you don't play the entire preseason. All right, we're gonna turn it up. We want you to go all out, 60 plays. That's asking an awful lot, guys.
Yeah, but you still see teams do it. Like, I think the Rams, when they won the Super Bowl, they didn't play at all in the preseason. So I mean, it's doable. I don't like to look at that as kind of an excuse.
Okay.
Like, I really think it comes down to executing plays. Like, why did we lose those games? I don't think it's because we didn't play in the preseason. I think it's because we didn't play well.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I was just kind of pointing to something that we could change to just change up the mojo. Even of the start of the season.
Cleveland Browns all-world cornerback Denzel Ward.
My guy.
D you up, Ocho.
D who up?
You?
You might be talking about Madden.
You
ain't talking about real
need
life.
that Madden
Listen,
rating up.
I done studied him to a T. I could tell him about his whole game. What he gonna do down and distance?
D you up. That's what I'm telling you gonna do.
Nathaniel. The great. Hey, listen, one of the greatest technicians. Have you ever be seeing the tweets where I talk about?
Yeah, I've been seeing all of them.
I studied.
No, that's love. I appreciate that.
Listen, I ain't even playing the game no more.
You can't.
Boy. Wait,
He said he can't.
the real deal.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got one. Another technician. Denzel Ward, number 1. That goddamn Stingley. Now everybody can play corner, but it's different. I'm talking about that. Dog, remember the play?
You just said PS2.
Nah, no, hold on. No, I say Pat certain. I'm talking about technical, like it's different. The skill set, watching somebody 6'2" do it and watching somebody, how tall you were?
6 foot.
Yeah, it's different. Oh, he's so fucking fluid by the hip, the footwork.
Number
Who was
1.
that ran the deep?
Higgins. On Higgins.
That was Higgins?
Yeah.
I'm mad. Dog.
Right,
you picked that. Oh, dog. No, that's.
Denzel, thanks for joining us. Obviously, the other day you know about it. I don't know how soon you heard about it, but Myles Garrett sent a letter to the Cleveland Browns. He's asking for a trade. Care to comment? Anything you want to say?
Oh, man. Like I said earlier in the season, I feel me and Miles, we like Shaq and Kobe. So I've been saying that. So I want to play with Myles Garrett. I don't want him to leave. But sure.
Well, if he leave, what's up? You asking to give too?
Check, I don't know. Just check the details under the trade. I might be in there, but I don't know, man. I want to always say, I love Cleveland. I'm a hometown kid in Cleveland. And I want to stay home on Miles is saying we got to get this thing rolling, but we never know. That's the NFL. We'll see what happens.
But you also have to understand, when you look at the landscape of the NFL, you look at the teams that win consistently year in and year out. There's one position that allows you to contend for a Lombardi trophy, and that's the quarterback position. Now, the Browns haven't been able to find a quarterback adequate enough to make sure they're always in contention year in and year out.
Correct.
So at some point, you do understand where Myles Garrett is coming from about his wish and hopes to contend for a Lombardi.
Yeah, no doubt. That's the main thing. Just last year we had the number 1 defense.
Yes.
So, we got things kind of settled, I feel, on that end. So, like I said earlier, we need to solidify the quarterback position. Our quarterback been hurt, and we just been rotating guys in and out. And it's hard to win like that in the NFL. So.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel you're the best DB in the league?
No doubt. No doubt. Like you said, I feel I'm a technician. I feel I'm the number 1 technician in the league at corner. But I feel I'm a playmaker too. I make play. I'm the most playmaking corner out there in the game or whatever.
It's
but
a funny thing when you talk about DBs, right? 95% of DBs play not to get beat. You got 5% play to make a play. There's a difference. There's a complete difference. You don't understand. I can see and talk about DB play.
Yeah.
I like DB play as opposed to receiver more. Do you think? I want you to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Do you think at any point in your career, right now, when you came in, when you was in college, that you could cover me?
Come on, I feel that's a rhetorical question. You know,
I mean, it's not rhetorical. I just want to know if you really feel you could do that.
Yes.
Like serious?
Serious.
No, I mean like
you think you get open? And your prime, you think you getting
forget
open?
prime. I can get over on your ass right now.
No, you're not. I see one clip you got hand up at the Bengals practice. You choked him out.
Time out. For one, I ain't having no cleats.
I ain't see your feet. I
really couldn't dig up out of it like I wanted to.
Yeah.
And when he stabbed, I was just gonna go up under it. I couldn't get up under it because I ain't had no grip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the old Ocho, he'd have got around there.
Oh yeah. That's the old Ocho.
Yeah.
I'm 57.
Now he's just an old Ocho. not old Ocho, the old Ocho.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. When you look at Jerry Jeudy, he came to Cleveland after some years in Denver. And the quarterback play had a lot to do with that. He was technical. Now you talk about, I can imagine those one-on-ones in practice because he's technical.
Yeah.
He can get in and out of breaks. He got great movement. What did you see? What do you think the biggest difference was between him in Cleveland and him in Denver?
I think it could have just been opportunities for real, but like you say, he's a smooth route runner. He go get in and out them breaks like that. Like in practice, we going at it every time. So we getting each other better for the games. But I think it's just opportunities, getting the opportunity to get the ball more and being that number one guy. He the number one guy for us, and he been making it happen this year.
How was it having Jameis in the locker room? Man, we see those clips of James. They be eating dubs and he be giving those sermons.
No, I love James, man. James is a great quarterback. I feel sure he is giving us the best chance to win. He gonna throw that ball when he get out there. But just a great team guy in the locker room. Like what you see on film and the clips, viral clips, like that's really who he is. Yeah, that's him. So you gotta appreciate that and love who he is.
Listen, since you've been in the league right now, and you understand the landscape of the receivers, who do you think the best receiver in the game is? Or just give me your top three based on those you played.
You play space,
yeah. Like since I've been in the NFL, or like right now.
Right now, let's go right now.
Right now, I'm gonna put Jamar up there. Just having to see him 2 times a year, that's always gonna be a battle. So Chase, Devontae, I went against him. Adams, Jefferson.
Yes, okay.
What you said, 3 or 5? What you said?
I mean, your top three is good.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I mean, is there someone that gives you trouble? Like when I talk about DBs, obviously during my playing day, and I think of someone that gave me trouble, there was only one, and that was Revis. There was only one. You know, in regards to where it was in my career, he was technically sound. He was patient. Nigga had patience like Sally Mae.
Yeah.
But you know, people ain't finna pay Sally Mae. That's the kind of patience he had at the lines. So nothing I did would really work. He would arm bar.
Yeah.
He was always in position, and then his ball skills. He had the balls. You have the same ball skills. You and Derek Stingley might be the only two I know that have elite ball skills that don't get impatient. They don't panic when the ball is in the air.
That's the biggest thing.
Nice and calm.
Yeah.
But he had that same thing. Yeah. What receiver gives you trouble? If there was one.
Right.
It's okay to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like it's a lot of great receivers, but I don't feel no one just give me like, it's just crazy trouble. Okay. No, but when I first came into the league, Antonio Brown though, going against him as a rookie, I feel like, okay, you know, this is really a matchup. Like he put pressure on me. Right. But I mean, it's like Chase, like that's a tough matchup and stuff like that. But I don't think it's too many guys is really just I feel working me. I ain't just getting worked out.
Right. Okay, I got you.